Radio.
We'll get you talking.
What makes a Vanarama van? Make your business look the business. What about not needing a big deposit?
Business.
What about how affordable it is? You can get a brand new Ford Transit Custom for just £239 a month. What a price. What a mighty good price.
Business users initial rental £1,500 plus 20% back, 35 months. Admin fee £165 plus 20% back. Conditions apply.
Go to vanarama.co.uk and lease a Vanarama van.
On the outside, I'm Hannah Woods, but on the inside, I'm Jessica Ennis-Hill. I can't run the 100-metre hurdles, but now I go running in my lunch break with my friend from work. We keep each other going. So what Jess and I do have in common is the desire to get up and get active in the first place. And that's where my Vitality Life Insurance really helps. By giving me money off gym membership and half price on a lovely new pair of trainers.
Take out Vitality Life Insurance today and you could get 40% off monthly gym membership at selected Virgin Active and Nuffield health clubs. Just search Vitality. A gym joining fee, minimum monthly premiums and conditions
I'm
apply.
there. I'm on it.
This is your
I'm on it, mate. Well, thank you.
As we're currently behind schedule, we're going to skip all the pre-flight checks and just proceed with takeoff. I've given the tyres a kick and I think we've got enough fuel to get there, and the oil warning light hasn't come on yet, so buckle up and enjoy the flight.
You wouldn't fly without the proper checks, so why drive without them? Highways England recommends you check your tyres, fuel and oil before every long journey. For more information on vehicle safety checks, search Think.
Across the UK, online and on DAB.
Talk Radio on the Hour News headlines.
Good evening, I'm Danielle Yarowiecka. The government's being accused of abandoning the UK's stance on opposing the death penalty in the case of two members of an IS terror cell originally from London. The men became known as the Beatles after the British accents featured in Islamic State group terror videos. The Home Office has reportedly failed to secure the usual assurances they won't face capital punishment and standing trial in the US. The Security Minister, Ben Wallace, has told the Commons they need to face justice.
We should not forget, Mr. Speaker, that the crimes that we are talking about involve the beheading and videoing of those beheadings of dozens of innocent people by one of the most abhorrent organisations walking this earth.
Greater Manchester Police says a 20-year-old woman injured in an attack at a hotel in Manchester has been released from hospital. 6 people have been arrested on suspicion of attempted murder after the woman's throat was cut at a Hilton hotel. Toronto's police chief says a 10-year-old girl and an 18-year-old woman were the victims of last night's shooting in a restaurant. Officers say they're not ruling out terrorism following the attack, which injured at least 12 others. An emergency motion's been debated at a Labour meeting on whether to adopt the full international definition of anti-Semitism. Claims against the party continue to mount, with senior Labour MP Dame Margaret Hodge even calling Mr Corbyn anti-Semitic and racist to his face. There are calls for all women in the UK to be given equal access to IVF treatment. It's as Louise Brown, the first test tube baby, turns 40 this week. Some say current rules mean she may never have been born. But Louise says the pioneers behind the fertility treatment always hoped it would be widely available.
Initially, that is what Bob, Patrick and Jean wanted. They wanted it to be available to just normal people. So it would be lovely if everybody could get a chance.
Campaigners have claimed the system's become a postcode lottery. Your weather this evening: occasional rain over southern Scotland, Northern Ireland and the northwest. Otherwise dry, warm and humid. Tomorrow, patchy rain in Wales and northern England. Hot sunshine elsewhere with isolated thundery showers later.
Across the UK, online and on DAB.
Take a far-out trip into the twilight zone of late-night radio with Iain Lee.
Unmissable late-night radio with the original king of unconventional conversation.
Make contact with Iain Lee.
The late-night alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
And we, the Deadly Three, penetrate the secret chambers of an evil island empire.
What do you know about Han? He lives like a king on that island. Totally self-sufficient.
A fortress without walls, protected by an invincible army that needs no ordinary weapons. This is Enter the Dragon, the first martial arts film produced by a major Hollywood studio. John Saxon is Roper. He was in it for the money. U.S. karate champion Jim Kelly as Williams. He was there because he had no choice. Black Belt Hall of Fame undisputed martial arts champion and international film star Bruce Lee. His job was to get them out alive.
I'm hoping you'll join us, represent us in the United States.
You want me to join this?
Roper, Williams, and Lee. Just when they think they've broken the secret of the island, they find there is no escape from the inscrutable Han. Warner Brothers presents Enter the Dragon, where the world's greatest martial arts athletes meet the ultimate challenge with the most ancient and deadly of weapons, the human body. Enter the Dragon from Warner Brothers.
It's a perfect film, Enter the Dragon. It's absolutely perfect. It's wonderful. It's joyous. It's great. Why do I sound echoey? What the hell is wrong with this place? I have a day off and you women infect it with your tampons?
Well,
what the hell is going on here?
Don't blame me, I didn't bring tampons.
It's a perfect film, Enter the Dragon. Bruce Lee's anniversary of his death, I think, was a week ago. And, no, Friday. It was on Friday. And 45th anniversary of Enter the Dragon, and to celebrate the fact that it's a perfect film, they're going to remake it!
No, why?
Jeez, man! Jeez, Louise, they're going to remake Enter the Dragon? Are you kidding me? First of all, I should be in it as Bruce Lee. Second of all, this is the worst idea I've ever heard. Apart from the idea, and this is actually true, and I don't want to talk about this tonight because this is private and personal, I have handed in my notice here. I will be leaving here sometime in August as soon as they can find a replacement for me. I only have a few weeks left, maybe 3 or 4 weeks left, and I am going to till the land. What is wrong with me is I am not getting my hands dirty. I posted a picture of me today in my new work gear. Some people thought that was a joke. I am becoming a farmer. I am returning to the soil from whence I came. The house that I was buying has fallen through, and in a moment of insanity, and I didn't tell Catherine until after I'd done it because she would have talked me out of it, I bought 150 acres of fertile farmland, primarily cattle. There are a few sheep, but it's primarily cattle. I am going to be a farmer, and I do not want to talk about it because if I talk about it, the Mirror Online writes a story, tragic comic well, I'm not a comic, I'm not a comedian, and I won't be a radio host for much longer. I'm a farmer. I'm an effing farmer. Deal with it, okay? Up yours. You did this, Daily Mirror. You did this, the Metro. You did this, the Birmingham Mail. You did this to me. I'm a farmer. So why don't you go and kiss my bullocks? Catherine,
wow.
You're going to say something.
Well, some townies on Twitter I noticed today making the joke that your grass was dry.
I don't grow grass. Grass is not my crop. Grass is not my crop. It's not really a crop-based. It's not arable-based. The farm, the business I bought.
That field was obviously.
Well, yes, but that's primary. It's primarily cattle. A little bit is dairy, but I've been looking into this. You know, actually, for every pint of milk I make, I lose like 1.5p. So there's all subsidies and stuff, and Brexit is going to screw that up. So thanks a lot. So it's primarily artisan beefs. I've got beeves.
Oh, not milkers.
No, not milkers. Beeves. These are beef cows. Beef cows.
Beeves.
I've got a new concept that I don't know why anyone hasn't done this. Okay, it's hot. It's hot. And everybody's like hot and sweaty. Everybody's really angry. And we all want something cool. We want something cool to suck on, right? But I'm bored of Chuck Isis. I'm bored of Fabs. You can't get funny feet no more. So this is what I'm thinking. The old dying cows, you cut off their teats, you freeze their udders, and it's a nice frozen udder to suck on.
A frudder.
Exactly. So I really think I'm going to bring the thinking that has brought creativity and made this show one of the most unique shows around. I'm going to take that thinking into the farmyard.
Got to diversify if you're going to make a living out farming these days. Sad but true.
Kiss it. So I don't really want to talk about that. If there are any farmers listening that can give me a little insight into what life is going to be like on the farm, but Talk Radio can go and F itself. Catherine, with respect, you can F yourself.
May I?
Sam, you can hang on a minute, I'm going to tell
No.
Sam what he can do.
Oh God, Sam, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sam. As if Sam hasn't suffered enough, now he's being told.
I told him what he could do.
You alright, Sam?
I said...
Hang on a minute, he's not alright.
Go and tell him.
What have you done?
Yeah, that's right. What I did there was... We can wait until the door's shut, otherwise we can hear it. Piers Morgan, you can F yourself. Good Morning Britain, can you go and F you? Everybody can F yourselves, right? Farming is where it's at. So far, farming and Enter the Dragon. What a start to the show. Would you get this anywhere else? 0344 499 1000. You right, Catherine?
Sam, he didn't mean it.
I did mean it.
No, he didn't mean it.
I meant it.
Poor Sam. He's only young.
Yeah,
Why'd you have to say that?
Because I don't think he knew what the F stood for. By the way, I'd like to say thank you to Catherine and Katie Putcrick for Friday's show.
Thanks for the sarcastic round of applause.
All I'll say is, I wouldn't let a boring Scotsman phone up and argue about lakes in Wyoming. That's all I'll say. And everybody that phoned in and was on YouTube saying, I'm glad Ian's off. Well, I've got your IP addresses and your phone numbers. And F the lot of you too. Let's go to Alan Caddick. Good evening, Alan.
Good evening, Farmer Ian.
Thank you very much indeed. Well, I'm not sure whether I'm going to be Farmer Ian or Farmer Lee. It's not even a joke. People go, oh, this is a joke. Well, I'll tell you what. Well, if it's such a joke, I'll come and deliver some cow dung on your house. How's that a funny joke?
Well, we need that for the allotment.
Well, cow dung actually is not that fibrous. It really is horse manure that you want. Cow dung does have some qualities, but you wouldn't want it in your garden. The stench is too much. Also, it solidifies massively in the heat, whereas the horse manure breaks down. I know all about animal manure! I've read a book about it this weekend!
That's that sorted then.
What do you want, Caddick? Because I've got...
I've got some advice for you in your new venture.
Here we go then. Let's have it. Let's have it, Alan.
You've got to be up very early in the morning to milk your cows.
Thank you very much indeed, Alan. Alan's advice is I've got to be up early to milk my cows on a farm that doesn't really produce milk. Thanks, Alan. Great advice. And here's the deal, guys. I'm here...
Could you not milk the beeves?
I am here... I'm here because I phoned up my boss at the weekend and said, but Denny, farming... It's where it's at. He went, oh, Ian, you can't, come on, mate, come on, you can't do that. Got to give us enough. I said, all right, well, what's the frozen udder to suck on? He said, can you do a month? Exactly. Can you do a month? I said, I'll do a month for you, mate. I really think I'm going to bring... You will have my divided attention. My attention will be split between what's important to me now, working on the farm, and what's not important to me now, talking to these idiots. So... if you're calling in, you'll get short shrift, and I probably won't be listening.
Oh, God.
0344 499 1000. Let's go to Picture Phil.
G'day, this is Wally Dingo with your Aussie Rules Roundup. In weekend action, it was Hawthorn over Carlton, the Eagles over the Bulldogs, the Giants over Port, the Crows over the Lions, Essendon over Fremantle, Gold Coast over the Suns, and St Kilda over Richmond. I'll see you next week. Till then, check out on YouTube a great Aussie film classic, The Club, with Jack Thompson and Graham Kennedy. And don't forget, Up There, Kazali.
Oh, get lost, man, get lost!
He doesn't care. Doesn't care.
Let's go to Tony. Good evening, Tony.
Hi, Ian. Hi, Kath. How are you both?
Well,
let's get to it, Tony. Come on.
I'm really pleased that you've read the book and you know lots about SH1T on the farm.
Yes.
And I commend you on buying the farm.
Thank you very much indeed. It was a brave, some say foolhardy, but the house I was looking at, the house I was looking at fell through. Not finished.
Yeah.
You phoned up for my wisdom, so let me give it. The house I was the house I was buying fell through. Will you please let me finish?
Yeah, but let me speak.
No, no, I will not.
Well, why not?
Because whose show is it?
It's yours.
Thanks for calling.
when you have a farm...
Yes, Catherine. Thank you for the call, by the way, Tony. I really appreciate
Can I
it.
finally have a shaggy pony?
Okay, here's the thing. I would give you a shaggy pony, but...
You're a fanny.
So I can't.
Oh, harsh.
Let's, yes, Tony.
Oh, is that Ian?
Is that Tony?
It is. It's me again. Sorry.
Were you about to say suck?
Was I? Sorry.
Were you about to say suck?
Suck? No.
Could you get to the point, Tony? Because I don't want to cut you off twice in quick succession.
He does.
Okay. No, I think it's great that you've bought the farm and...
Thank you very much indeed.
We said last time, got to keep it current.
Now, some radio traditionalists might argue that taking this tone will scare off some of the callers. I don't care. I won't be here in a month. It's not like I've got to chase numbers anymore. God, being free of chasing numbers, it's gone. If you want to call in, that's wicked, whatever. Just have something to say. If you don't want to call in, there's adverts.
Talk Radio.
For the UK. Could I have the papers, please?
We'll get you talking.
The big story of the day on Talk Radio.
I've got a feeling something now. Basically tell them all to fuck off.
Every weekday from 6:30, join Julia Hartley-Brewer for in-depth analysis of the morning headlines. Don't just be informed, be well informed with fearless debate and in-depth opinion from right across the political spectrum.
Join me, Julia Hartley-Brewer, for the biggest breaking current affairs stories, top guests and razor-sharp reaction.
Get a better quality conversation at breakfast. The big story of the day with Julia Hartley-Brewer on Talk Radio with The Times. Know your times.
What makes a Vanarama van make your business look the business? What about not needing a big deposit? What about how affordable it is? You could get a brand new Ford Transit Custom for just £239 a month. What a price! What a mighty good price!
Business users initial rental £1,500 plus 20% back, 35 months. Admin fee £165 plus 20% back. Conditions apply.
Go to vanarama.co.uk and lease a Vanarama van.
If you've had blood in your pee, even if it happened just the once, and there was only a little bit, and it was probably something you ate, and the light in the bathroom was funny, and you weren't really looking, tell your doctor. Chances are it's nothing serious, but it could be an early sign of kidney or bladder cancer.
Fucking bellend.
Finding it early.
Yeah, you're a bellend, Ashley.
So if you do notice blood in your pee, even if it's just the once, don't make excuses. Tell your doctor straight away. Be clear on cancer.
This is it.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio. We'll get you talking.
Donna's emailed in. Hello, Kath, can I talk to Ian? Well, yeah, if you phone in.
I don't know how I'm supposed to respond. Do I send an email back?
0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. If you want to give us a call, you're very welcome.
It's kind of the point.
That's the point of the show, but who cares? Because in a month it won't be my show. It'll be my farm.
It'll be mine.
I don't think so, mate.
Why?
I heard Friday. Oh, no. No. I did hear Friday's show, and I thought, I heard the first hour of it.
Yeah, before you fell asleep.
Before I switched over to Nick Abbott and heard some professional. Oh! Hey! Ah! No. No, I did hear the first hour. And I thoroughly enjoyed it, apart from that boring... Who is that boring Scottish man?
Oh, boring Scottish man, yeah.
God, he was boring. I thought it was great. I thought you did a great show.
Thanks very much.
Yeah, no, thank you.
When he was on, I was thinking, is this as boring as I think it is, or am I just not interested in Carolina as much as everyone else?
It was boring.
And I thought, no, yeah, definitely boring.
It was boring. It was dull as bumholes.
But then I served him his bottom at the end.
Yeah. Oh,
okay, so that saved it.
It was great. If you missed it, Friday's show, it was Catherine and Katie Puckrick, and it was brilliant. And there's a podcast.
Yeah, put it up to date.
Best of podcasts. If you go to iTunes or Acast.
Team Yoko.
There you go. Have a listen to that. If you want to go and watch the whole show, I was watching it on YouTube, and I was watching some of the YouTube commenters going, "No, it's good that Ian's off because I prefer this." Okay, I guess it's fine. You can have it all in a month if you want to go and watch the video. Although the camera kept falling over.
I know. I'm not very good at balance. I don't know why. I don't
it's tricky.
have the same.
You've got to have the that side.
You know why? Yeah. I didn't have the charger in.
We're a silly sausage. If you go to youtube.com/Iain Lee, you can find Friday's show, and it was genuinely, it was brilliant. And I'm always humbled that when Catherine fills in, and always slightly nervous because she's too good.
Oh, thanks.
No, it's true. You're too good. R. Kelly's got a new song out.
Don't care.
No, it's called 19. It's 19 minutes long. I can't play it because it's very bad language. And what's it called? It's
Other
called.
than his girlfriend.
It's called. Well, no, his girlfriends aren't 19 minutes. 19 minutes.
All right, not the minutes bit.
Old. Because that would be.
No.
I mean, that is.
Yeah.
Even for him.
Yeah, I know.
Wow. And it's called. What's it called? It's called something like Confess or Testify or Admit or something. And it's basically him addressing all the allegations against him. And I'm not listening to it. I can't stand them. Oh, although
What's in the closet?
no, my
closet?
youngest made a spoof R. Kelly song.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'd like to sing it for you now.
Come on.
I believe I can fly like a chicken in the sky, but a chicken can't fly, so I think I will die.
Good one.
Yes, he made that up. It's good,
Yeah,
that,
it's
isn't it?
factual.
Yep.
It's also fun.
So he's and in the song he I didn't read all of the lyrics. I read well, let's get the lyrics to it. Let's boot those lyrics up. R. Kelly new song. In it he talks about being molested when he was 14. I admit. Here we go.
It's called I Admit.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I admit.
I bet he doesn't. Spoiler alert.
Yeah. Okay. I admit I done mistakes. I admit I done made some mistakes.
Yeah, like that grammar.
And I have some imperfect ways. Brackets. I have some imperfect ways. So when I do the singy bit, that's like the backing vocals.
Yeah.
I admit I helped so many people. I helped so many. And then same damn people turned fake. Same damn people turned. I admit it was so hard to focus. I didn't go to classes. I admit that I dropped out of school. Yeah. I admit I had sex with a child.
No.
No, it doesn't say that. I admit that I wasn't cool. I wasn't. I admit that I just feel like retiring. Yeah. I admit I just don't feel like trying. Yeah. But all my real N-words round me keep telling me, Kels, F that, you gotta keep climbing. I admit it. I admit I did. I done effed with a couple of fans. I admit that I'm a gift and a curse. I admit that I don't go to church. Verse 1. Chorus. I admit it, I admit it, I admit it, I did it, I admit it, I did, I admit I did it. Verse 2. I admit I got so many flaws, told so many lies to these broads, blew so much money, popped so many battles. Yeah, I effed a B just because. N-word, I had a hell of a day, but I admit I was in my own way. I admit I had my mama crying over me. What else can an N-word say? I admit I can't spell for shit.
Did you actually write that?
Yeah.
Wow.
I admit that all I hear is hits. I admit that I couldn't read the teleprompter when the Grammys asked me to present. I admit I love God, but wait. I admit I peed all over a child. No, I didn't. Okay, that bit not happened. I admit I love God, but wait. It's so much temptation, but wait. I'm mental, the drinking and smoking too much. But it helped me get through the day. Won't say no name. I'm not a snitch. I'm a child rapist. But one night at the Ritz, did some shit I shouldn't have did. Went and effed my N-words B.
Whoa.
I admit that I did. I effed my girlfriend's best friend. Yeah, I tapped that in the back of my Benz. I admit I'm sorry for my sins.
I don't think he's sorry about that.
Chorus. It's a 19-minute song, so this could be some time. 0344 499 1000. Yeah, I admit I trust people too much. I admit I can't say such and such, but my lawyers told me settle this, even though it's bullshit. Kelly, protect your career. All these people in my ear. I admit I've been tempted by drugs. I admit that I just need a hug. I admit the devil talked to me sometimes, but the devil is not who I trust. I've been effed by so many damn managers while they push me out front of these cameras. All this music I done gave to them, and now they play me like an effing amateur. I got a life, yeah? I got a right, yeah? Cancel my shows. That shit ain't right. How they gonna say I don't respect these women when all I've done is represent? Take my career and turn it upside down, because you're mad I've got some girlfriends. Hell with this record deal. It ain't worth this shit for real. I ain't seen my kids in years. They're trying to lock me up like Bill. How much can an N-word take? How much can an N-word pray? Just want to do my music. Stop stressing me. Please, just let me age gracefully. Okay, goes on a bit. Here we go. I admit I'm a freak. Used to go to strip clubs every week. But who these N-words trying to say I am? Man, I'm loud and I put that on chief. I admit I F with all the ladies. That's both older and young ladies. That is a direct quote. But
can I just say he's not effed with me?
But I admit I effed with all the ladies.
No.
He says all the ladies. No. That's both older, you, and young ladies. But tell me how they call it pedophile, because that shit is crazy. You may have your opinions, entitled to your opinions. But really, am I supposed to go to jail or lose my career because of your opinion? Yeah, go ahead and stone me. Point your finger at me. Turn the world against me, but only God can mute me. I admit I fired some people. I admit I hired some people. I admit that those people I fired on my mama was crooked ass people. I admit that I don't own my... goes on, a bit boring.
He's just boasting.
Now, Wendy Williams mad with me? But I ain't never offered her no drink. But I admit she asked me, can I get a little Hennessy? We both turned off our phone. We drinked, I smoked, we talked. I admit that I told it all. She said, what about Aaliyah? Now, what's this thing with him and Aaliyah? Is he accused of raping her?
Well, she was underage. He's accused of marrying her. And she was, I think, 14. Let me just check. And they changed her date of birth on the thing, so and then they denied it happened.
Okay, so Wendy Williams says, what about Aaliyah? I said love. She said, what about the tape? I said hush. I said, my lawyer said don't say noth. But I can tell you I've been set up.
Yeah, she was 15 at the time, listed as 18 on the certificate.
Okay.
Annulled in February 1995 by her parents. Denied by R. Kelly.
Okay. I admit a family member touched me. Then the backing vocals after that are touch me, touch me, touch me.
Oh, God.
From a child to the age 14, yeah. While I laid asleep, took my virginity. So scared to say something, so I put the blame on me. Now, don't get it twisted. Why they want to bring down the R. Okay. I admit I'm not perfect. I'm skimming through this because it flipping goes on for ages. I admit I'm not perfect. I never said I was perfect. Said I'm abusing these women. What the F? That's some absurd S. I'm going to stop saying shit. They're brainwashed. Really? Kidnapped? Really? Can't eat? Really? Real talk. That S sounds silly. And if you really, really want to know, her father dropped her off at my show and told this boy to put her on the stage. I admit that she was overage. I admit that I was feeling her and I admit that she was feeling me. I admit that's just some S that come with being a celebrity. Now that I understand. I ain't chasing these ladies. These ladies are chasing me. Don't push your daughter in my face and tell me it's okay because your agenda is to get paid and get mad when it won't go your way. F all the fortune and fame, forget the name, I'm a human. I can't, it goes on and on and on. What's the definition of a cult? What's the definition of a sex slave? Go to the dictionary, look it up, let me know. I'll be here waiting. It goes on, and it really, it sounds awful. He's an abhorrent human being. Tony! Tony!
Again?
We'll come back to you when you're ready. Good evening, Gatford.
Evening. Just wondering, as a sideline business to the farming, will you be releasing audiobooks of other great rap songs? I was just thinking Funky Cold Medina.
It's something to bear in mind, because I think I'm done with performance. I think I'm done with it, but it does seem selfish for me. It does seem selfish for me to prevent the world from sharing in my gift.
Well, there is that. I'm just thinking, farming's more of a morning thing. You could still do the performance.
No, mate. Farming isn't a performance. Farming is a way of life.
Yeah, but come on, you're mostly up early.
Shut up, Raymond Barker! Who is Raymond Barker? Get this rude presenter off the airwaves. He's worse than Ian Dare. Get stuff, Barker! Get stuff, Barker! Raymond Barker 4. I'm going to track you down and I'm going to make you eat those words.
I get the feeling that Raymond Barker doesn't listen to this station usually because you're pretty mild today.
Yeah.
So yeah, something to consider. And also, will you be branching out maybe into geese, farming geese or something?
He's not considering the first 2 points. What do you think?
Get stuffed.
Why do people think you're going to consider their life advice?
Oh, Jesus. Tony, what do you want, man?
I just wanted to clarify what I was trying to say is, I think it's great and commend you for buying the farm. Just move into the house and then over the next 12 months, 2 years, decide on what you want to do.
I could do that, but then all the cattle will be dead.
Oh, there's cattle with the property.
Yes, mate. There's about it's not massive. It's about 1,500 cattle there. That's cows. I found out at the weekend. It's cows, and I remember it because it's both begin with C.
And that comes with the property.
Yes, sir. So if I sit on my backside for 12 months, 2 years, there's going to be a lot of corpses there. And they won't be the corpses that will be making me money because they've got a bolt through their head. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I want to be the guy that does that. I want to get my hands dirty at the beginning. I want to give them life. I want to pull out the newborn from the cow vaginas, and I want to take that life at the end of the line. I want to be the person that executes them. I want to shape your pies, Tony. I want to shape your pasties. I want to shape your Sunday roast, Tony, from bloody entrails and botched births to bullets through the head, bolts through the head at the end, or bullets. I don't care. I want your food to have my hands all over it.
Well, I love bullets, and I love beef, and I love
things beginning with B. That's excellent stuff, Tony. Thank you. What a strange caller. I won't miss calls like that.
I get the feeling he'll be back.
03444991000. This is talkRADIO.
Across the UK, online and on DAB. Weekends with Penny Smith.
On talkRADIO.
I'm Penny Smith. Join me on talkRADIO for the perfect weekend breakfast. I'm going to be reviewing the papers, taking a look at all the best new film, book and theatre releases, and I'm going to be chatting to a whole host of celebrity guests, live in the studio. Weekends with Penny Smith. Saturday and Sunday morning from 7. On talkRADIO, we'll get you talking.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee. Unfiltered night talk with the original king of unconventional conversation on talkRADIO.
We have ways of making you talk.
Right, everybody on the YouTube channel that is spreading horrible rumours about Paul Gascoigne, Matthew Gatford and Sits Down Walk, can you time those guys out? Crying out loud. Let's just time those guys out. We don't need that. Let me just take this call. Hang on a second. Hello, we're joined by Tony. Hello, Tony.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Again, am I?
Well, I don't know. I'm guessing you keep... Will you shut up?
Ian,
you shut up. You keep phoning up. No, I think you're... Right, they can't hear you. They can't hear you, Tony. I'm in control. Okay? I'm the one that's in control, man. They can't hear you. They can't hear you, man. They can't hear a word you're saying, man. So just calm down. They can't hear you, man. Swear to God. Right. Shut up. No, I've now put the phone down. I'm taking you off air, man. Taking you off air. They can't hear you, man. No one can hear you, man. So just shut your mouth for a moment. Chill out, man. Just chill the hell out. For God's sakes, man. Okay. Yeah, shut up, man. Shut up. I can't hear you. I've taken you off air. Right. Stop phoning up.
No, I won't, because
you won't.
Get my point across.
Well, I don't want you to get your point across.
I think
you've said you like things beginning with B.
You've got a month left on your contract.
Yeah.
And what's Cass going to do after that?
None of your business.
When you're on the farm...
I won't be thinking of you, Tony.
Why not?
Because I don't want to think of you. I don't even want to think of you now.
Why?
Because you're a really annoying caller.
Why am I annoying?
Because you keep calling back and tell me you phoned up and said you just like things beginning with B.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. But you said bullets, beef, beer, Beach Boys, bumming, all of these things.
Beach bums.
It's 2 more.
What did you say?
Beach bums as well? Well, you've made your point. And your point is you're dull. Yes.
Your contract's finished in a month, and you're off to your farm with 150 acres, and I was trying to be nice, and,
I don't want you to be nice.
That's the point.
Well, you've done that 4 times already.
What, be nice?
Yeah, well, but you've tried to be nice 4 times with a very dull, arch tone.
Have I?
Yes. Yes, Kimosabi.
Kimosabi. Okay. Well, what's Kath going to do when you?
Who cares?
You asked me that, and I told you none of your business. Why are you asking again?
Who cares? Who cares what she's going to be doing? She'll be crying for me. Crying for me, and I won't be crying for her. I'll be drinking cow juice and sucking on a. What do we call those ice? A fudder. A fudder. I'll be sucking on a fudder.
Home First Radio might not appreciate that.
I've got no idea what you're talking about, but I really appreciate your call, Tony. Thanks for your time, mate. Bye-bye. Let's go to John. Good evening, John. If we were to take all of the gaps from the 2.5 years of me being here between me saying a caller's name and then when they start speaking, I'd have you put it all together, I'd have 15...
I didn't know I'm on.
Well, when I say your name, that means you're on. I'd have 15 years.
I was just thinking we could extend our...
I'm sorry.
Will you shut up, man? The lady is talking.
Well, I am. If we were to take all the breaths, the breathing, we could extend our lives by about 10 years.
I would like to take away John's breath and breathing.
I think it's a long shot.
It's going to happen. No, it's not. It's inevitable. You're going to die one day.
I am. Yeah. Peacefully. We all are. I'm so happy for your acquisition. Is that the right word?
Well, do you speak English?
A little. Just a little.
Well...
Yeah, I survived.
It's not like you said a really complicated word and gone, have I used that word right? I had an argument with, I had an argument. Will you be quiet? Shut up, man. Who cares? Who cares what you think? I don't care. I had a really good argument with my son about a word today that he didn't think was real. Now, what was the word? Okay, let me try and think. We were driving, we came out of the turning and we were going up where we had to double back past St George's Hospital. And what were we talking about? Please be quiet. We were talking, pulled out, I can't think. You made me forget, John. You made me forget.
Was it dog leg?
You sound very calm tonight. I have to say, you're on fire.
Is that a threat?
Gosh.
No.
You're threatening me. Record this call, Sam. Record this call, Sam, and pass it and the caller's details on to the police, please, because that was a threat.
100%.
That was a threat to immoliate me. Did I use that in the right context?
No, immolate, I think.
No, I think it's immoliate.
Immoliate, isn't that like to soften your skin?
Exfoliate. He's threatening to exfoliate me. You will not be using a pumice on me.
I enjoy it a great deal. That's why I'm calling.
What?
Hello, John. What would you like to say? You're on the air.
Yeah. I would like to say about the farm, if you are looking for workers on the farm.
Yes.
I'm available.
What can you do? Can you ride a cow?
No.
I need someone to ride my cows.
Just make sure that everything runs smoothly.
Isn't that called being the boss and being the farmer? Because that's your job, isn't it?
No.
I'm a farmer.
It's called doing a job.
I need a farmer's wife. And she don't have to be too pretty. You look fine, John. Put on my old ma's dress.
I'm too young for you, man.
No. John.
I'm about your age.
John, would you be my lover on my farm?
On your dead body.
Wow, you kinky little devil! Wow, John, he's got fire in his belly. Ooh, I like that. Ooh, yes. This is something for the Daily Mirror, isn't it? It's talk radio.
across the
That's a load
UK,
of rubbish.
online and on DAB.
Talk Radio. For those about to talk, we salute you.
Millions of BT customers have just had their broadband price increased for the second time this year. The good news is you've got 30 days from when they tell you to leave penalty-free. At TalkTalk, we're the only major provider to guarantee no mid-contract price rises on your broadband. Right now, our award-winning unlimited fibre broadband is just £24.50 a month for 24 months, including line rental. And as part of our big summer save, until the 16th of August, you can get 9 months of Sky Sports for just £15 a month when you take unlimited fibre. So say no to price rises and switch to TalkTalk today. TalkTalk. For everyone. Terms and conditions apply.
At Green Flag, we think the AA are great. They've won bucketfuls of awards. They'll give you unlimited call-outs when you get in a pickle.
Well, that's Alex or something.
And they cover 100% of the UK. Very good indeed. So why do we think that is so great? Because Green Flag do all of this too. And we'll have your AA renewal quote. Green Flag. Common sense to the rescue.
There may be a charge for call-outs with the same problem. Savings based on our closest equivalent UK vehicle cover for vehicles 10 years and under. T's and C's apply.
These fingers crossed paprika burgers.
Big day today. Jamie gets his exam
results.
He's worked
Jimmy's gonna get his exam results.
burgers for when he gets home.
Good luck for Jimmy with his exam results. Although he's probably fucked up his exam results.
Well,
Jamie is a thick shit with his exam results.
Tesco finest
He's working in Maccadees because he fucked up his exam results.
By Tesco.
Had a cheeky squid before he did his maths exam.
Your number one drive time destination.
High revving radio with Eamon Holmes.
Showbiz news, current affairs, big names, special guests. If it's happening, we're on it.
Get home with Holmes.
Driving home with Eamon Holmes. Weekdays from 4.
On Talk Radio. Uncut, after-hours conversation for the up-all-night generation. The late-night alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio. We'll get you talking.
0344 499 1000. Let's go to Lancashire and to Tony. Good evening, Tony. Stop calling us.
Hello, Ian.
Stop. Why are you calling? What is this, man? This is not the Tony show.
Well, no. I just wanted to clarify that.
I don't. You don't care. You know. Jesus, you're boring. You were done, man.
Why?
Because you've made your point.
No, there wasn't. There wasn't a point. I was just. There
wasn't.
The main point was.
You've made 6 phone calls and there wasn't a point in any of them.
There was a point, but I wanted to clarify that I was happy that you.
I've got a farm. I know you've said that.
Well, I didn't think that was quite clear. So
go and listen to LBC. Go and listen to LBC now. Go. Is your radio there? Is your radio there?
Well, obviously.
Right.
Yeah.
Turn it on, and then I want to hear you tune it to LBC.
Why? Because I've listened to
no.
6 months.
No. I'm banning you from listening to me. So I want to hear you tune. I want to hear you turn your radio on, and I want to hear you tune it to LBC, please.
I will do that if you explain why you're banning me.
You do it first.
No, you have to explain that.
No, I don't have to explain anything to you, sir. You do it.
You suggested it first.
I didn't exactly. No, it wasn't a suggestion. It's not a suggestion. It's an order.
All right, then you've ordered it.
Correct. So then follow the orders, soldier.
Yeah, well.
Follow your orders, soldier. Don't question the orders, soldier. I've been watching Jarhead today. Don't question the orders, soldier. Do it.
All right then. Well, I think is that the show has been great. The last 6 months I've been listening.
Do it. Turn it to. I want to hear that radio, soldier.
That's really well.
Soldier, I want to hear that radio tune to LBC now, soldier.
As a presenting couple, I think it's been great.
Soldier.
So,
soldier.
I didn't want you to get the wrong end of the stick.
Soldier.
Soldier,
I want to hear you tune that radio to LBC now.
No, I won't.
Yes, you will, soldier.
No, I've listened before.
You'll listen now, otherwise that radio's going up your jacksie.
Well, that's fair enough.
Okay, well, fair enough. Fair play. Thanks for the call, Tony. I appreciate it. Let's go to Chris. Good evening, Chris.
Hello?
Hello, Chris. You're live on Talk Radio. How can we help you?
I'd like to speak to Iain Lee.
What would you like to say to Iain Lee, Chris?
I'd like to know if he likes my photograph of me standing by him on his farm in Dorset, dressed as his new scarecrow, bollock chops, as he calls me.
Oh! Yeah, I think he knows who you are.
Yeah, he knows who I am.
Yeah, you don't know who he is.
I do. He's Iain Lee. He announced his retirement from show business.
You don't have a clue who he is.
And he doesn't have a clue who I am.
Yes, he does.
Oh, no, he...
Oh, yes, he does.
Oh, no, he doesn't.
He has more of a clue who you are than you do who he is.
He thinks he does.
You think you do. You don't know nothing.
No, nor does he.
He knows more than you.
I know much more than him.
Go on, then. Tell us something that you know that he doesn't know.
Everything.
Well, that doesn't mean anything.
Okay, ask him why.
Yes?
When he was interviewing Eve Thomas last year...
Yeah. Oh, we know... He knows who you are.
He blocked me for no reason. I didn't know who he was until then.
He blocked you. He will have blocked you. Shut up! Shut up, you rude man! Shut your face!
Oh,
shut your face!
You silly, boring man.
You don't even know who he is. That's how thick you are.
And he doesn't know who I am.
But at least he knows he's talking to you now. You don't know you're talking to him, dimwit.
I don't give a damn who I'm talking to, as long as it gets to the ears of Iain Lee.
You're talking to him now, you absolute prune.
Hey, why are you treating me like you are? You know nothing about what...
I know that you're an arse.
All the lies of my stalkers and abusers.
I don't care. I don't even want to talk about that. What? Shall I tell you? No, I tell you why. Shut your mouth. You are rude. You are rude. Who's Karen Williams? Who's Karen Williams?
What do you make of all of that I tweeted to you from your friend the Helpful Trump?
I don't read stuff. I've muted it.
I posted you a video.
I don't click on links, you absolute prune. Who's Karen Williams?
It's a YouTube video.
Who's Karen?
Who's a go at you and dissing you to all your colleagues on talkRADIO.
Who's Karen Williams? Why are you tweeting under the name Karen Williams?
Well, it's a shared account.
Oh, a shared account. Well, here's the thing.
Right.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing, Karen. Here's why I don't like you. Because you're nasty. And I'll tell you why you're nasty. Because I tweeted. This is the tweet I did, right? After all the stress of hosting a psychedelic, esoteric, late-night phone-in show, Wells and Owls, I have retired from showbiz.
No, you haven't.
Shut up! I'm reading the tweet out!
Yeah.
I am reading the tweet out!
I've invited you round for tea. You're not far.
I don't want to come to your house for tea. You sound like a sex criminal.
You've retired to the exact right place because they call Bournemouth God's waiting room.
I will.
Killed my partner.
What a rude man! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Shut up and go and get lost here.
No, don't put the phone down because I want to tell you why I don't like you, and you're going to hear it, okay? 'Cause there's a good reason. He put the phone down.
Of course he did.
Of course he put the phone down.
Don't you phone him back?
Thank you. So I tweeted. Effective immediately, I'm loving my new career working the land. Right, so he tweeted from a fake name.
Mm-hmm.
Good riddance.
Out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere. And then tweeting from like 3 or 4 or 5 different accounts, all of this conspiracy theory stuff. Can I say, go on.
The other thing I noticed was, he then proceeded to post,
Yeah.
not atting you,
Yeah.
but as if you were having a conversation. Now that to me sets off an alarm bell.
Yeah. Can we just go to Lancashire and speak to Tony? Hello, Tony.
You're joking.
Tony, could you stop calling in, please, mate?
No, last thing I want to say, Ian,
that you're pleased that I bought a farm. Yep.
What am I going to do?
And I think the underlying thing...
That radio is still tuned to talkRADIO. Tune it to LBC.
Sorry.
Oh, God.
Turn it down.
No, tune it to LBC. I will not talk to you until you've tuned it to LBC.
Well, I won't do that. But
well, I'm not going to talk to you then. Good night, caller. Thanks for your call, though. I appreciate it. 0344499 1000 is the telephone number. If you want to give us a call, you'd be very, very welcome.
Did someone put up the bat signal tonight?
I think so. Let's go to Tony. Good evening, Tony.
No.
What are you doing calling in?
I think Ian,
just say it and then say it and then go.
50 acres.
Right.
I think you're panicking about 150 acres.
I think you're panicking because you're going to get a knuckle sandwich.
That is why you
Let's just let him say it and then he can go.
On this,
yeah, you got it. You got
vibe,
it. Yeah.
Extreme act vibe tonight.
Okay, that's great. And is that your point?
Not? Well, you tell me different.
Yeah, it's bollocks. Now, is that your point finished now?
Why is that bollocks?
Because
Why is that bollocks? You're shitting it.
Excuse me.
What's your language?
Sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
Yes, you did.
S-H-I-T.
And then you spelt it out. And you keep spelling it out.
My kid could put those letters together and get them. Please, right, okay, have you made your point?
Yeah, but I think that's why you...
Okay, fine. Do you know what? Yeah, I agree with you. You're right. That's right. That's absolutely right. Have we finished now? Are you going to stop phoning us?
No, because you've not given me a good enough argument.
I don't want to give you an argument. You don't deserve an argument. You're too thick for an argument.
Too thick, am I?
Oh, God. Tony.
Don't. Yes, mate. Honestly, I've got nothing...
Why are you saying that? I probably am a bit stupid on certain things, but on most things with a business and life, I'm not.
Okay, great. Whatever.
Would you say you know when to stop?
You asked him a question. This is going to take another 20 minutes.
I'm probably like Ian, that I will not give up, and I will...
At least I'll make it entertaining.
Until I'm successful.
Okay.
What do you consider success,
Tony? Until I get what I want, and I'm just... All I'm trying to do with Ian is to ask him a question.
You've asked him several questions.
So pumped up and vibe tonight is because he's bought a farm with 150 acres.
That's not asking him a question, that's telling him an answer.
He's worried about
listening.
Situation. But no, I'm asking you, yeah.
No, you're not.
Well, that's what I think.
Okay, thanks, Tony.
Are we done, Tony?
That's up to you, Ian, not me.
It's up to me. Well, in that case, we were done at 10 minutes past 10. We were done 40 minutes ago.
Nothing I've said makes sense then.
Sorry?
Nothing I've said makes sense.
No. Everything. I agree with everything you've said. You're right about everything. Thanks so much for your call.
Well, that's not truthful. So, there you go.
There you go. That's life.
I thought you were quite... I thought you were quite truthful. That was the thing, wasn't it?
Okay. Yeah. Whatever. Tell me what I have to say to get rid of you, and I will say it.
Well, I didn't watch The Jungle, but I just go off the vibes and what people told me. But you were quite honest about things and life.
I lied on The Jungle. Here's the thing: I got paid so much money. A lot of it was scripted for me. Yes, a lot of that stuff was scripted.
Oh,
I did not. Are you smacking yourself? Or are you opening 3 cans of Coke in quick succession? Okay. Well, anyway, thanks for the call, Tony.
Those, and I just lit a cigarette.
Okay, that's great. All right. Well, thanks so much for calling, Tony. I really appreciate...
I'm only joking. I just lit a cigarette, that's all.
That's great news. I'm really, really, really proud of you. Thank you so much for calling, Tony. Maybe we'll speak later in the year.
Well, you're not the best, Ian.
Correct. I'm really just trying to get rid of you in a way that means you won't pop up on my screen again.
In a month, is that why you don't want to be honest?
I'm really just trying to...
You were speaking out and being as an honest person.
No, I'm a liar. I'm a liar.
All these different things.
Yeah. I'm a liar.
Last month, so fair enough.
Fair enough. Beautiful. Okay, Tony, thanks so much for the call, mate. Okay, we're done?
Well, no, I don't think we are, but if you want to make it done.
Okay, I want to. So thanks for calling, Tony. Maybe you can speak to my replacement in a month's time.
We're not, because I've enjoyed it.
Oh, whatever. Let's go to Dave. Good evening, Dave.
Good evening, old boy.
Hello, David.
How are we doing?
We're doing very, very well, David. It's lovely to talk to someone.
I'm loving your chat.
Thank you.
I'm lying in the back, in my back garden.
With your backside up in the air, with a daffodil stuck in it.
No, crocodiles nipping at my feet. I've got lizards crawling all over me, and I'm absolutely loving it.
What?
Join me.
What? Join me?
It makes it sound so delicious.
Oh, God, do you need help?
Absolutely fantastic. I've got apples falling on my head.
What? All right, Newton.
I've got the moon I'm looking at, and crocodiles are just nipping my toes.
It sounds very busy.
Yeah.
Oh, really busy.
Are you being held prisoner by, like, a supervillain that's going to try and destroy the world?
No, that's too easy.
Yes, man.
I mean, that's James Bond stuff. That is just boring.
Boring Bond?
I just cannot stand that sort of stuff.
No.
But the asbestos of my roof is falling down on my toenails.
Well, I wouldn't stay there and take the asbestos dust.
I love asbestos.
Okay.
It's meant to be dangerous for you, but it's pretty good. It insulates your lungs. Your lungs feel much better for asbestos.
Okay. Well, having dealt with families who've lost people because they breathed in asbestos, it's a particularly horrific way to die. So let's move on. Let's go to Erin. Good evening, Erin.
Hi.
Hello, Erin.
It's probably a bit different, but can I talk about driving?
Oh, yes, at last! Yes, someone.
Are you driving with things clamped to you, maybe a crocodile or two? No, apparently
not. I'm learning to drive at the moment.
Yeah.
And it's I have a lesson every week, and it's just something that sort of, like, fills me with dread.
Yeah. Oh, you dread it?
Like, well, yeah. Like, do you know when you know you are going to do something in the future, and you're doing something else, but you're thinking about it, and it's in your head?
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm doing something else, but I'm like, yes, but I'm going to have a driving lesson. And it's like...
You're obsessing
Is that
about
weird?
it. No, it's not weird. That's perfectly natural. I've been thinking about this farm all last night. How many lessons have you had?
Oh, it's been for a while now. It's been for, like, a good few months.
Okay.
And it's like, it's strange because I don't even mind the actual lessons when it happens.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm kind of scared because I'm quite a nervous driver, but I quite enjoy it.
Is there any chance, and I know they're expensive, so maybe your family or friends could help in taking you out, is there any chance in upping the number of lessons from 1 a week to 2 a week? Because maybe doing it a little bit more regularly might make it a little bit more normal.
Yeah, I think that's probably part of the like, issue, maybe. I don't know. But I don't know, that's quite difficult, and, I don't know, to fit in, I guess.
It took me ages to learn to drive, and my friends were always joking, saying, how many lessons you've had? And I'd always say, about 6. I would say probably about 1.5 years took me to learn to drive.
Wow.
That's so reassuring.
And then finally it clicked.
Yeah. Oh, the seatbelt.
I think that's me.
I was a first-time passer.
Oh, I failed mine first time
about
round.
3 months worth of lessons.
I mounted a pavement and made an old man run.
You're supposed to mount the driving instructor. That's certainly what I did.
Don't even joke about that. They did ask the first one, yeah.
Oh, you've told me this before, actually.
Well, he didn't ask in so many ways. He asked how much I would, theoretically, how much I would charge if I were to charge for,
Oh.
Yeah.
No!
Yeah.
That's outrageous!
So...
I bet some people would have gone, well... We can work something out.
I kind of...
oh, that's horrendous.
I kind of laughed it off and told him to stop being daft, and then never saw him again.
Yeah. What you are... how can we help you, Erin?
I genuinely don't know. It's just something that... I don't even know why I'm so, like this, because I don't even mind the driving. I feel like sometimes I sort of, I just go, I'm quite enjoying this, but I don't know.
But the thinking, the obsession, that sounds enjoyable. I was obsessed, and I was at home every night reading the highway code, and this is, because me and Kath, we got scooters now, little mopeds, and we both want to get the L plates taken off that, and so we have to do another test. And the plan is this summer and autumn, well, I'm certainly going to do it, and Kath, you're welcome to come and do it with me. I'm going to learn the highway code again properly, read through those books, we can test each other, go on call. I want to do that. I want that excitement. It's exciting because getting a car symbolises freedom and maturity and responsibility and all of these things. Actually, all it really means is expense. You'll find that out. It's just expense. But it symbolises all of these wonderful, wonderful things. So you're allowed to obsess about it a bit.
Yeah. It's annoying because I was the first one of my friends basically to turn 17 because that's because I've got my birthday's in September. But then I'm still learning. I don't even know if I'm anywhere near, and then some of my friends are passing us.
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about them. Let them live their... It's a marathon, not a sprint. Let them pass at their own time. You'll pass at your own time. Have you got an exam date booked in yet?
No, I don't even have that.
Book one in. How would you feel about booking one in? For like maybe, I don't know, you've got to apply for it, haven't you? And it takes a few months to come through, if I remember. Would that not... I work better with deadlines. Would that... God, everyone's ringing back. We'll take that as well. I work better with deadlines. Would that not make you work better if you knew that in, the 2nd of September you had a driving test booked in?
Probably. I feel like I should ask about that, but then, even that just makes me, nervous, because I feel like if I ask, then my driving instructor would be like, "What, are you crazy? You're nowhere near."
Do you like your driving instructor? Do you trust them?
Yeah, I do. Yeah,
Okay.
I actually do.
Okay. Also, there's no shame in failing. I did it on first test because I'm a brilliant driver. Okay, that's fine. And Kath did, but there is actually there's no shame in failing at all. Your driving test. Some people take 4, 5, 6 tests. Whatever, fine. They get there eventually. So don't worry. It's not like you'll be walking down the street and people going, "There's Erin. She just failed her driving test." No, okay, no one cares. No one cares.
It actually makes you a better driver in the end.
I kind of believe that, actually. I believe that.
Yeah. I hope that's true. Yeah.
Erin, listen, we have to go because we've got to do the news, and Tony and Dave are calling back in, and it's going to be one of those shows. But maybe book one in and see where that goes.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks for the call, Erin. Ta-ta. 0344 499 1000. This is Talk Radio.
Talk Radio, the 21st century dream team.
Oh, you read YouTube?
Dialogue, debate and discourse.
Talk Radio.
Yeah.
This is the sound of a broken boiler.
Oh.
Yeah,
and having to fork out for a new one.
Oh.
Then finding out you can get interest-free credit.
Oh.
Not blowing your savings on a new boiler feels good. We're with you. Search British Gas New Boiler. Credit subject to status, conditions apply.
Oh, in the early days I couldn't keep my hands off you. Watching movies, playing games, zombie warriors attack New York. But now you've become really slow. I thought I was better doing more than one thing at a time. How can I get to level 6 while I'm still buffering?
Is your old tablet not up to speed? Upgrade to the Samsung Galaxy Tab S3 and you'll be the one having to keep up. Movies, emails, surfing the net. Do them all at once with the Tab S3's powerful processor. Discover the Samsung tablet range at your local retailer.
With Pertemps recruitment, opportunity is closer than you think. It can take you to places you always wanted to be, and it's around every corner. So if you're looking for your next permanent, temporary or contract opportunity, hop into one of our 200 local offices or search Pertemps online. Pertemps, the face of recruitment. Across the UK, online and on DAB.
Talk Radio, on the hour news headlines.
Good evening, I'm Danielle Yarowiecka. The government insists its position on the use of the death penalty hasn't changed, as 2 members of an IS terror cell originally from London now face trial in the US. It's claimed the Home Office hasn't secured the usual assurances that they won't face a death sentence. UN Director at the Human Rights Watch, Louis Charbonneau, has been telling Talk Radio why these reports are worrying.
The UK has been a moral leader, along with the rest of the Western world, for a long time in the post-war world, abolished the death penalty, has refused to cooperate in the prosecution of individuals who could get the death penalty in the past.
Toronto's police chief says a 10-year-old girl and an 18-year-old woman were the victims of last night's shooting in a restaurant. 13 others were injured by a gunman. He was later killed in a shootout with police. 3 men have been arrested following the death of an elderly man who fell from his mobility scooter during a street robbery. They're being held on suspicion of manslaughter in Crawley in West Sussex.
No bed.
Radio's been told the number of acid attacks in London's halved since an attacker was given 25 years in jail. It comes as 4 men are quizzed after a 3-year-old was burned by a liquid in Worcester. Last year, Arthur Collins was handed a quarter of a century behind bars for an acid attack in a London nightclub. Ex-Met police officer Chris Hobbs told Mike Graham that punishments halved similar attacks, but worries that won't last.
We did have this exemplary sentence, didn't we, over the nightclub acid attack?
Yes.
And that apparently, according to
the number of attacks
in half. so they have been reduced by, we think, by this exemplary sentence.
And the first test tube baby has called for all women in the UK to be given equal access to IVF treatment. Louise Brown turns 40 on Wednesday, but some say current rules mean she may never have been born. Campaigners claim the system's become a postcode lottery. Your weather this evening, occasional rain over southern Scotland, Northern Ireland and the northwest, otherwise dry, warm and humid. Tomorrow, patchy rain in Wales and northern England, hot sunshine elsewhere with isolated thundery showers later.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
You know, all my girlfriends say he'll break my heart.
I have no idea if that's Jason or not, so I'm going to listen.
No, they don't. Not really. All my friends tell me he'll hurt me. They tell me I'm gonna cry, but they don't know, they can't see. Tony is a wonderful guy. Tony takes me to the movies, makes me laugh, holds my hand. He took me to a concert in the park last week. He let me sing with his band.
And he just called in again. What do you want, man?
Sorry?
What do you want, man?
I was just loving the song.
We're done. Tony, we're done. We're done. You phoned in 7 times, man. You want us to say well done on the farm. You think I'm in a bad mood because I'm shitting myself about the farm. If we don't know what Kath's going to do. We're done, man. Honestly, are you high? Are you high on drugs?
No, I'm not. But, what?
Are you drunk?
Yeah, I've been drinking some...
Here we go, man. Don't phone in drunk. It's boring.
Yeah, but this is my... It's quite a commemorable evening because...
It's a commemorable evening. Okay.
I've been listening for months and months and, well, more than that, for long term, back to Absolute, but I've listened to you over the last 6 months, and tonight is the last night for me to have a beer ever, because I've suffered with similar things that you have, like social anxiety, depression, anxiety.
Wow.
And I've been drinking, and then this is the last time in the whole...
Tony, you sound like a drunk, man.
Yeah, I'm drunk.
Well, why are you... Okay, well, fine, we'll go to bed.
No, but I was wanting to clarify.
It's clarified, dude. It's clarified. Here's the thing. I find drunks so boring. Okay, you've said that. You're rambling, you're drunk, you won't remember this call in the morning. If you've got a problem with alcohol, then go and phone up AA. Because, dude, you just keep phoning up. Are you an alcoholic?
No.
Right. Well then you've got no excuse for being this boring. I asked for a water, sorry. Yeah, sorry.
Hello?
Hello, Tony.
Oh, sorry, I thought you put...
No, I just turned the microphone off so I could ask Catherine for a water. For God's sakes, man! Just say it and then go! I'm gonna call another listener and see you in a minute!
Okay, well, I thought you'd, well, I was phoning in for a bit of advice, and I thought you'd be more understanding. But that's fair enough for you.
Thanks for your call, Tony! It's appreciated!
Good luck in the month, mate.
We'll speak to Tony in a few minutes. Let's go. Oh, for God's sakes, man. What do you want, you rude person that sends abuse on Twitter then hangs up? Are you... Now, if you hang up again, you're in trouble, right? Are we going to have a conversation, Dave? Or are you just going to shout abuse at me, libel people, and then hang up and run away like an idiot? Which is it going to be, Dave?
Good evening, old boy.
Which of those is it going to be, Dave?
None of those. My phone, because I'm old-fashioned, I've got the old-fashioned phone on the wall, and it went dead. I'm just lying in the back garden in my psychedelic underpants staring at the stars.
No, it didn't go dead. I cut you off!
Oh, did you?
Yes! Oh, God. Paul.
Good evening, Ian.
Sweet Jesus, shoot me now.
Yes, I'm not drunk, I'm not Tony.
You're just boring.
Okay, well, can I mention to you something you remembered that surprised me from the last time we spoke, that you surprised me?
Oh, God, I want to put my head on a train track and let a train run over it. Yes, man!
You remembered I had Guns N' Roses tickets, didn't
Yeah,
you?
you sold them after the Ariana Grande concert and you regretted it like I told you would.
Yes, and I sold the tickets because I thought, I shouldn't have given in to the flipping terrorists, did I?
Just stop. Right. Stop leaving gaps. Just say what you want to say, man.
What I want to say is that in November it'll be the 30th anniversary of Guns N' Roses' debut album Appetite for Destruction. I'm just about to wait for tickets, and I'm on a priority order for their tour with their totally original lineup.
Great news! Great news!
Camden,
Great news!
Guns N' Roses.
Guns N' effing Roses. Terrible band.
Guns N' Roses, terrible band.
Terrible, awful band. Yes, awful.
Well, I think. Well, can I agree to disagree?
No.
Let's go down to Paradise City together.
Thanks for your call, Paul. I really appreciate it.
I'm gonna.
I don't. 7 years ago today, who did we lose?
7 years.
7 years ago today, we lost someone. Great talent.
Don't know.
Well, sometimes I go out by myself and I look across the water. Oh, yeah. And I don't. No, it was anyone else. I was renting a cottage in the New Forest with my family, and I had a text from someone, and Amy Winehouse had passed away.
I do think that's a shame.
I think that's a shame. I loved Amy Winehouse, and I wish I'd seen her, and I wish
I saw
someone...
her.
Was she...
Not singing. She was at an award ceremony. The first time I went to the Sony Awards was just as a courgette.
A courgette?
A courgette.
A call girl?
No, they can't prove that.
James Cordon Bleu?
No, I was just a curious bystander. There was an extra ticket for our radio station. They let me go, I think, just to inspire me.
Yes.
And she was there, and I think Frank had just come out, her first one.
Yeah.
She was a bit of a state, and she was quite rude.
Yeah.
on the stage. But she had swagger.
I like people being rude on the stage.
Well, she gave someone a prize.
Yeah.
After going, and the winner is... Who's that?
Brilliant.
And she wasn't joking.
Brilliant, good. But good.
She didn't care.
Good, a little bit of danger.
She'd clearly been told that she had to do it. She didn't want to.
Wish someone... I wish I'd seen her. And I wish I'd seen her do a concert, not, one of the last few concerts when it was a cattle call. And I wish someone had been able to say, come on, love, we're going to take 2 years. 2 years, we're going to go and live in the mountains, going to meditate and eat well and see doctors and psychiatrists. Then you fancy doing the music afterwards, and maybe we'll do the music afterwards. It's going to take 2 years.
Yeah.
No. And it's sad, that. It's sad, that. Let's go to G. Good evening, G.
Evening, boss.
Yes.
Hello?
Yes, hello. Go on.
I'm talking quietly because my wife thinks I'm ringing Babe Station. I was just wondering, you're going off to be a farmer, yeah? Are you willing to wank off a pig?
Okay, thanks. You waited an hour for that.
Yet again, misjudging the tone.
Right, can we, right, can you go on YouTube and block him? Block him on YouTube.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah! Yeah! Not even a timeout, that's a block! Not even that! Hey, by the way, Manchester, this Saturday, Kath and I will be performing there. We'll be doing the rabbit hole where we sit there for a couple of hours, we chat, we talk nonsense, we talk to the audience, it might be funny, sometimes gets a little bit heavy, and we might take phone calls, we'll discuss that on the drive up. I'll drive up, pick you up.
Good shout.
Friday,
Well, you know what happened last time I went to Manchester?
What?
I came back with half a car.
Oh, yeah, oh, God, yeah. What time should I pick you up?
Well, I was going to say I've got the kids, so...
Well, they're not coming to Manchester.
I know, but I've got to...
We've only got 2 hotel rooms.
I know. Mind you, not that... If I go to a hotel room, all of us be in the same bed. I mean, me and the girls, not you. What do you reckon? If I leave mine for 2, get to yours for 3?
No, I'm coming to you.
Oh, you're going to pick me up on the way?
I'll pick you up on the way.
All right, Peachy.
Can I ask an expert? Tony, should I pick Catherine up on the way, or should she come to me? It seems crazy for her to come to me and then me drive.
It does.
Yeah, sorry, I'm delayed time.
It's because you're pissed, mate. It's because you're a pisshead. Please stop calling this radio show.
No, I was, this is the show to me, so I was going to suggest, could I come?
Oh, God.
I'll buy a ticket, I'll buy a ticket, but you'll have to pick me up.
Right, this is the 8th call. Yeah, buy a ticket. Yeah, please buy a ticket. Yeah, buy a ticket.
Yeah, I will. Will you pick me up, though?
Absolutely zero chance. Will you stop phoning my radio show?
I'll meet you there. Shall I meet you there, then?
Yeah, well, that will be there doing the show, yeah. Hey, if you could put money in my pocket, I couldn't care less. Go and buy a ticket.
All right, then. I'll meet you there. What's the date again?
It's on this Saturday, mate.
This Saturday. Okay, I'll book it now.
Okay, that's great, Tony. Thanks so much for your call. I really appreciate it. Don't ever call again, will you?
Yeah, sorry.
There we go. I'll come and pick you up.
Yeah.
About 2.
2, okay.
Okay, fine. Now we go up to Manchester. You gotta bring the Haribos.
All right.
I'll bring the petrol. You bring the Haribos.
I bring the fun times.
Oh.
All sweet.
Don't like that, guys! Don't like that,
stop it.
Not doing a Gillian, no! Not nuzzling my stomach with her head because I have a gut ache. Yeah, so get up there, go to a hotel, have a little doze, then we go to Chelsea's, where we're going to do the show from. I must email her back and confirm that.
Please do, and also need to speak to Sam about how we arranged the test of the line, because apparently Chelsea can do it by herself this time around. Do you know about this?
No.
Boss says it's possible.
Okay.
So?
I just don't even know if, because let's see where this goes. It's either going to be an idiot playing a song down the phone or an idiot being rude. It's one of the two. I suspect it's going to be, well, let's just see. Good evening, Mosif.
Good evening, man. How are you?
What do you want?
Well, first of all, I just want to say that I don't want to spend any money on a pathetic radio show.
You don't want to do what? You try and speak, take that dick out of your mouth and speak properly. What?
Well, slightly homophobic, man.
Yeah, very homophobic. As you know, I hate gays. Get to the point. Oh, he's crying. I don't want to do it to him. He's crying. I can't do it, mate. 0344 499 1000. This is Talk Radio.
Talk Radio. 24-hour radio debate and entertainment. We'll get you talking.
Brighten up your mornings and take a brilliant break with Mike Graham on Talk Radio with the Sun Holiday Shop. Great value breaks all year round. Listen to Talk Radio every weekday morning from 10 for 3 hours packed full of fabulous features, great value guests and quick-fire calls on all of the day's top talking points. Don't miss Mike Graham every weekday morning from 10 on Talk Radio with the Sun Holiday Shop. Great value breaks all year round. Go to thesun.co.uk/holiday shop.
I'm moving towards banning Star now because she's kind of rerunning the film.
Dana!
Everyone hates it when
she's put asterisks.
But with the ultimate speed guarantee only from Vodafone, you get super fast broadband speeds or money off until it's fixed.
And our pay monthly customers can get super fast fibre home broadband for only £21 a month. The future is exciting. Ready? Vodafone. 18-month agreement subject to credit check and availability. New and upgrading customers only. Terms apply. Visit vodafone.co.uk/broadband.
You want a quality van at an everyday price? Well, this could be just the deal you're looking for.
What's that coming over the hill, Van Monster?
Right now at Van Monster, we've got incredible offers like these 2014 Peugeot Partners from only £88 a month, with features like Part-X available for your old van as standard. See all the vans and all the deals right now at vanmonster.com. Conditions apply. Deposit payable. Offers to business users only.
The wild man of late night radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
So Tony's calling again, and that's the 9th time. So I just don't know what the kids want anymore. So I've put a Twitter poll up. There's 4 minutes left on it. It says very simply, Tony is calling for the 9th time. Do I answer yes or no? Let's go and look at the stats. Oh, come on, guys. 58% are saying yes.
I think they're cruel.
42% are saying no. There's 4 minutes left in that poll, and I won't do anything until that poll is...
Right, I'm voting.
Okay, you can vote. You can certainly vote. 39% yes, 61% no. It really has changed. It's a very, very dramatic... very dramatic scenes there. Sorry?
Well, on the one I've got, it says 90% yes and 10% no.
Oh, well, the one you've got is out of date. You need... I'm going to refresh it.
All right, yeah, 61-39.
Okay. If we could get it to 69%, that would make me really, really happy, actually. So I'm just hoping that we can get it... Where's it gone? It's disappeared. Where's it gone? Can you see it? Oh, there it is. 3 minutes left. It's very, very tense. Very, very tense. So Manchester, 5 tickets left. If you want them, ticketsource.co.uk/Iain-Lee or iainlee.com/event, singular. 5 tickets left. We'll be doing the show the Friday night from Chelsea's house, who's very kindly invited us round. Thank you for that, Chelsea. I will send an email to confirm that, but we'll be there about 9:30. Saturday, we'll be having lunch in Jenny McAlpine's house, little cafe, Annie's, that she runs with her husband Chris. So, I've heard really good things about it. So we'll be there at sort of like in the afternoon. If you want to come and say hello to us, you can in there. But you've got to buy some food. It'd be nice to drum up a little bit of business for them. So we'll be in Jenny's, I don't know, from about 2 for an hour for some lunch or something. I don't know. Don't hold us to that. It's not an official meet and greet. We're just going to be having some food there at some point. And I suggest that you all go there and you eat food there. Then we'll be doing the show in the evening. 55% no, 45% yes. 2 minutes left. Very, very close. Then we'll be doing the show in the evening. And then we'll stick around for a bit afterwards, and you can have pictures and ask us questions. We ask us questions during the show, but you can have pictures after the show and whatever is basically the thing. And then and people saying, so we're doing Edinburgh and Glasgow, which is selling really badly. And someone said, "Are you doing and you're doing Bristol?" I said, "No, we're doing Bath, which is near." "Oh, great! When are you doing it?" I gave them the date. "I'm busy then. Could you book another date in?"
I know, I saw.
No. That's not how tours work. We're better. The ticket sales are down massively this time. The fact that we're trying to push the last 5 tickets in Manchester. Edinburgh and Glasgow, the venues hold 200. We've sold 33 and 31. And we were in Bath. November? Were you there in November?
Yeah, I think so.
We'll probably come back to Bath next year at some point, but if the ticket sales go down, then we stop doing the tour, because there's no point. It costs us money. If we sell these last 5 tickets for Manchester, after petrol and hotel, because we're not staying in B&B, we're not staying in a 5-star hotel, but we're staying somewhere all right, we're not staying in a crap hole, and food and stuff, me and Kath get about 50 quid each if we sell the next 5 tickets. Get about 50 quid each after we've hired the venue and all of that stuff. So it's not as if, if we sell all the tickets, we don't make much money. If we sell a little bit less than that, we kind of break even. And if we don't reach close to it, we lose money. I don't mind losing money going to Scotland, and we will lose a lot of money because we've got to get some posters printed up for them. Because it'll be fun to do. It'll be nice to go up to Edinburgh. It'll be nice to go up to Glasgow in the first weekend of September. But it's not something we can afford to do, 3 or 4 times a year.
It does make me chuckle though. I can't make that one. Can you do nearer my house?
So if you want to see the full list of dates, iainlee.com/event. The Manchester, Edinburgh, Glasgow, Bath and Brighton, I think, are the only ones we've got. They're all up there. And I think once those are done, we probably will be doing less live shows just because the ticket sales are down. And that's fine. Hey, listen, man, money's tight. We get that. Money's tight, man. And we want you to save your money for this idea I've got for a Patreon thing. But that's another... That's another thing. I've got an idea. Sorry, Tony. Let me just tell him. Tony, we took a vote online. 57% of the people said they didn't want you back on the radio, and only 43% said yes. So we're going to let you go, man. Okay, there we go. I think that message sunk in there.
If your name is not Tony, 0344 499 1000, or if you're other Tony.
Other Tony. Did you see the story about Prince today?
No.
Oh, mate, this is a great one. It's been a bit of a mean show, so let's do a lovely story. I've got to try and find it. Hang on, because this is one worth getting right. Let's try it under the entertainment section on Twitter, because I've seen this in a few places, but I'm guessing it'll be on. Here we go. This is great. So this is on Twitter, right? Here we go. So someone tweeted, Anil Dash. I don't know who Anil Dash is. He's got a blue tick, got 600,000 followers, he's got it proper.
So an important person.
He tweeted, did you know Prince would often get a library card for any places that he was going to be visiting for more than a few days in a row? Library cards for Oakland, Baltimore and other cities were amongst his personal effects at Paisley Park when he passed away. So he used to, if he was in town for 3 or 4 days, he'd join the local library. Isn't that incredible? Right? And then, this Anil Dash has done a whole series of tweets. In 2001, Prince donated $12,000 to the Save Louisville Free Public Library's Western Branch, the first to serve African-American patrons. Prince dedicated the gift to assist your library in reaching all areas of the community. And it goes on, Prince didn't like to discuss his personal life, but the Louisville gift is worth putting in context. Just days after 9/11, with his father having passed away only 3 weeks earlier, and his mother in the hospital with only a few months left, Prince used that moment to write a cheque for $12,000 for a library. Prince would also regularly frequent independent record stores in many cities that he toured in, often buying additional copies of his favourite classic albums as well as new releases. Sometimes he'd ask them to open up after hours just so he could browse around. I just thought that was lovely, because I love libraries, right? And there's a dimwit story online that I don't know I guess it's an American thing, but whatever happens in America comes here at some point. Some cities, some places, I'm trying to find the story. An article, here we go. Listen to this, how thick this story is, right? An article published by Forbes and written by Panos Moudoukas suggested that replacing libraries with Amazon stores would save taxpayers a lot of money. Well, closing libraries and turning them into hotels, that would save taxpayers a lot of money. closing libraries would save taxpayers a lot of money. That's not the point.
People who think buying books is better than getting books for free have obviously never been in a position where it's either books for free or no books.
So this guy, he's an old guy, which I say that because I do think he's an old guy saying this. I'm imagining he's an old rich guy, professor and chair of Department of Economics at LIU.
Yeah.
He writes about business development.
Wonder if he borrows books from there.
Amazon should replace local libraries to save taxpayers' money. It's an American story. Let me clarify something. Local libraries aren't free. Homeowners must pay a local library tax. My bill is $495 a year.
Well, just because he can find somewhere quiet to study without using the local library doesn't mean he's the only person who...
Here's the thing about libraries, right? I've said this before. I love libraries, and I'm so grateful. When I was a kid, my mum would take me to the local library. There were 2 libraries in Slough. One has recently been knocked down in the last 2 years to be turned into a hotel, but they've opened up a new one. And one was this tiny little library in the Wentworth shopping estate. It was tiny. It's like a room, basically. And I used to hate going to that library because it was just a room and it was boring. Everyone was quiet, and I got kicked out for being noisy. But every time I went, my mum let me take 2 books out, and I used to get these Bobby Brewster books, and I was obsessed with Bobby Brewster, and no one else remembers Bobby Brewster. And I would get these books, and I would and I'd hate being there because it was boring, and she would take ages. I'd go and get my that Bobby Brewster, and that was it, I was done. And she would be there for ages, choosing her Catherine Cookson's. But the excitement of getting the book, and being bored for 20 minutes, half an hour, then the excitement of going back and reading, I loved it. And that was from when I was a baby. And I remember being there 3, 4, 5. I remember choosing books at 5, these Bobby Brewsters. And that has instilled in me the fact that I've always got a book in my bag. I've left it in the house in Windsor today, but I've always got at least 1, sometimes 2 books in my bag, which means that if I'm on the train, I'm reading a book. If I'm at home and there's nothing on telly or something on telly the kids are watching, I'm not digging, I'm reading a book. I was out in the garden today. I picked the kids up and I was reading a book. And that has passed down to my kids who... My eldest came out with his Beano summer special. Came and sat with me and was reading his Beano summer special, reading the book. So it gets passed down, and that's all because of libraries, man. It's libraries, and in libraries you don't have to be quiet now. No one shushes you. You go in, and if you've got kids, they put on free entertainment. Sometimes 2, 3, 4, 5 days a week. They'll put on storytelling. They'll put on plays. They'll put on little exhibitions where you can go and touch fossils. All of this kind of stuff, man, in a library for free. Of course, it comes out of your tax. Of course, it's not completely for free, but it's the one place. Try and name one other place, apart from museums, one other place that you can go to for free, and you can sit in there all day if you want, for free, and you can take stuff home with you for free. There's nowhere that you can do that, man.
And for some kids, right, going there to do their homework is the only quiet place with space for them to study.
Yep. Libraries are...
I pay for those kids alone.
Oh, totally. And also, if you haven't, everyone, hey, just go and check it online, man. Go, okay, well, I'll do it on my iPhone. Not everyone can afford a computer at home. Not everyone can afford a laptop. Not everyone can afford a smartphone. Not everyone wants one of those, but sometimes needs to access something online. The library's there. You get them. I think it's free to use the computers. You just go and write your name on a bit of paper and say, I want it from 12 till 1. Boom, you've got a computer. You've got the internet. And but libraries always were a place that they were like a TARDIS. They were bigger on the inside than the actual room, because you open a book up and you can go anywhere in the universe. And with a computer there, you can do it even more so, in a more obvious way. So there's some rich old white guy in America saying,
an academic with access to loads of books.
We would save a lot of money if we closed down libraries and replaced them with Amazon stores? Those tax dodgers? Hey, listen, I love Amazon. Of course I buy so much stuff on Amazon. They don't pay tax. They don't deserve the respect that libraries get. And also, my boys are so lucky because we can afford books, and we've got, and he said too many books. We've got so many books. So many books. They got books in the playroom, they got books in their bedroom, they got books in the living room, they got books in the car, books everywhere, right? And I keep saying, hey, well, maybe we can take some of these younger books and we can take them to a charity shop and clear. They don't want to get rid of them yet. All right, that's cool. But we're lucky in that I can afford books, and I can afford books from bookshops as well sometimes, or the book people online is the place to go. But so many people can't afford. There are I read the number and I can't remember what it is. Tony's calling in again. the number of households, kids 6 and under, that haven't got any books in there because they can't afford it. It's not a priority, or the parents don't think that way. And that's not a criticism of the parents, but not everyone can have a book. But if you go to a library, even if you don't take them home, you can sit in the library for 20 minutes and read a kid's story. Fantastic.
I was listening to Caitlin Moran talking to James O'Brien on his podcast.
Yeah.
And she was saying she was homeschooled, and she was one of like five kids, I think. She said she would go to the library for peace, quiet, and access to hundreds and hundreds of lives. That's what you've got in each book, right? You've got the benefit of each individual's experience of life, and you can do that with just a book. And she read and read and read, and that's how she became, she was a precocious writer herself. She wrote her first novel at the age of 13. Not everyone's like that, but what I'm saying is it opens up possibilities to people who might not necessarily get them otherwise. And, all right, you can afford books. Well done you. Not everyone can. And I think it's that books and also space and, just the ability to be able to get a little bit of time with you and someone else's mind. It's brilliant.
03444991000. Good evening, Tim.
Hello.
Hello, Tim.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, that's why we're responding to you.
Hi. So basically, I'm just ringing in. It's my really good friend Aaron's birthday today.
Well, why don't you ring Darren up then and wish him a happy birthday?
It's Aaron, first of all.
Okay. Well, why don't you ring Aaron up? Why don't you ring Aaron up and wish him a happy birthday?
I already have.
Well, that's great news. And was he happy with that?
He was. He's going through a bit of a tough time, and I thought maybe this would cheer him up, me ringing his favourite radio station.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. What do you want, man? I don't know what you want. You want me to say happy birthday to Aaron?
Yes.
Why? I don't even know this guy.
You do. You've talked on Twitter before.
So what? I've talked to loads of people on Twitter. I don't know them.
Okay, will it kill you to say happy birthday?
Yes. Supposing he's a Nazi. Supposing this is like some thing where you send a picture to Donald Trump of Jimmy Savile and you say, my granddad died 3 years ago this very day. Could you wish him all the best? And Donald Trump goes, he looks like a fun guy. We miss this guy. Supposing it's that. Supposing Aaron is like Jimmy Savile.
Okay, you've taken it a bit too far.
No,
Sacha Baron Cohen.
I've not taken it too far. You're the one phoning up from the alt-right.
Wow. Yeah, that's not me.
Okay, well, thanks for your call, man.
Thank you.
There we go. What a nice guy. Let's go to Roger.
Oh, hello.
You better make it good, Roger.
Probably not then. After that last call, I hesitate to say what day it is today.
Monday, next.
Spot on about libraries. Libraries are great.
Yeah, of course they are.
Pre-internet, well, pre-widespread of internet, I can remember going in using the libraries to research jobs. Researching the companies. A lot of people don't realise how many people do rely on libraries.
Are you masturbating while talking about libraries?
I am not masturbating while talking.
You should be, because I am! And I'm sorry, Kath. Sorry, Catherine.
I'm trying to ignore it.
I know!
Oh, God. Well, yeah, this Amazon thing, that's just crazy.
Yeah, man. It was if we closed libraries down and gave them to Amazon, think how much money we'd save. Yeah. What about, hey, why don't we close schools down and turn them into Facebook shops? That's not a bad idea, actually.
Facebook shop?
I don't know, but if I had a few more minutes, I could come up with some bullshit. Data.
Pictures of food and cats.
That's one of the sad things, though, because most libraries now in the UK aren't government funded anymore. They're all community libraries. You get volunteers, and so you do voluntary work for a charity that run a library. So I don't work in the library. I spend a good chunk of today surrounded by books,
I'm not. I'm gonna. Can I be honest? I'm not even listening to you.
I am. It's
No,
fascinating.
I'm not.
Fascinating man.
Yeah, you sound sarcastic. Because I've got this now. Here's the thing. This is what I was going to say, Roger. Right, I did an experiment a couple of weeks ago. Right, a week ago. I was watching the Couples Retreat, the Vince Vaughn classic movie. Okay, and while I was doing that, I was flicking away on my computer, and I unblocked and unmuted pretty much everyone. Apart from about 5 or 6 people. Apart from those idiots, right, and a few others. And there were 783 people that I had to unblock, right?
I thought my block was big.
Yo, mine's bigger than yours. And I didn't make a big thing about it. I didn't tweet. Everyone who's blocked and muted is unblocked. I didn't. Okay. But very, very slowly, people are obviously clicking on people who are obsessed with me are clicking on my type. Oh, he's unblocked me. And those people, and I know because several have been in touch saying, thanks so much for unblocking me. I'm glad you reconsidered, right? They think I've just unblocked them. That I've made a point of going to that. Oh, I feel bad about blocking such and such. I'm going to unblock them. Right? I'll unblock everyone. It's a blanket thing, right? But some of them are being arses again. Like, there's this person tweeting me, the helpful troll.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I don't even remember who that was, but I remember why I blocked them, because they're so annoying. The guy that was rude to you on Friday night, Richie Gunslinger or something, I blocked him on YouTube, and then he was the guy who tweeted you, you cut me off just because you can't handle the truth or something.
Oh, yeah, because he was weird. He was proper, like,
I blocked
sleazy, him. And then started doing a fake Indian accent. That was kind of the last straw.
I blocked him.
Right.
But it's just, these people, the helpful troll, go away. I just said, could you F off, please? People are funny. Twitter is funny. I'm so glad. I got a little bit into it again at the weekend, but I've pulled away again. It's just frustration about this house and about, I was feeling very ill on Friday. I felt so ill on Friday. And then I've had such a weird thing, Roger. I was so ill on Friday, I just couldn't come into work, couldn't face it. And my boss, Denny, is brilliant, right? And he said, I texted him about 11:30 saying, Denny, I can't do it. I'm having a really tough time and my head is... He said, no problem, you relax. And then, and it was Friday was awful, really tough day, and I was crying in front of my kids. Oh, God. Get this, Roger. So I'm out with my youngest, and he's asking about his granddad, my dad, who he never met, for various reasons beyond my control, right? He never met. So we're in Costa, and he just suddenly starts asking about Grandad Malcolm. Why didn't I meet him? Right? And I can't really tell him the real reason. Why didn't I meet him? Why did you guys fall out? And I could talk to him about that. What was he like? Did my brother meet him? And so I'm having this conversation, and then Real Love by the Beatles comes on. And for some reason, that song gets me anyway. And so then I'm having this conversation that I'm not really emotionally prepared for because I'm feeling ill. This beautiful, haunting, ethereal song comes. I'm in tears in Costa. And then I had a great... then my son obviously looked embarrassed. I said, can I just say... I'm really glad you're asking me these questions, and I'm crying because I'm sad, because I miss Grandad Malcolm, but also because you're helping me remember some really nice memories. And so these tears are kind of a sadness, but also a happiness. And it's because we're having this conversation. I'm really grateful for it. So you ask me these questions anytime you want. I thought, yeah, that's some good dadding.
Well held up.
That's some good dadding. But it got me, man. And Friday was weird. But then I had such a lovely weekend. Saturday... I went and saw my mates Spencer and Matt, who I was in a band with. I've not seen them for maybe a couple of years. And we just went out to Spencer's house, and Spencer's girlfriend did us posh fish finger sandwiches, posh cakes, and we just played guitar for 5 or 6 hours and listened to country music. Nice. And then Sunday I was involved in a top secret project that I'm not allowed to... Kath knows, no one else knows, not allowed to tell anyone. And it was just a thrill to be involved in this, in a really tiny way, in what could be a very significant thing. And if it ever happens, I will tell you guys. So what am I trying to say? That even though I felt lousy on Friday, and I'm still stressed and stuff, and things, divorce and house. Dear God. Spent half an hour in a solicitor's today. Oh, God. But I had a really good weekend. I don't know why I'm telling you that. There was a reason to that. There was a reason to that,
I think
Rod.
you felt so ill on Friday.
I felt so ill on Friday, and now I've hijacked your call. Anyway.
No, that's fine. No, you can hijack my call anytime. I was being a bit boring, so...
Well, okay, that's fair play. That's...
No, you weren't.
That's self-awareness. Not teasing.
Not as boring as Mo.
Oh,
I mean, God, who is?
No, well, I know someone who is as boring as Mo.
No, please.
Tony!
Oh, God.
No.
Tony!
Hello.
Please, mate, listen. No, listen, dude. You're drunk, right? You're drunk. I suspect you might have a problem with alcohol.
No, I just wanted to tell you that I booked the ticket.
Right, well, I'm going to check, because I'll be able to see if you've booked it or not, because I've got instant access to the ticket sales.
Well, I booked it since we spoke, and I look forward to seeing you both. And
Oh, bloody hell, he has booked it. It's awkward. All right.
If I,
Tony, I really think you might have an issue with booze, mate, because this is the 10th or 11th time you've called, mate. And I'm saying this as a brother. I'm not going to answer any more of your calls tonight, okay? And
I'll see you at the event then.
Okay, I think maybe you should give AA a call.
No, I'll see you at the event. What's wrong with that?
Hey, how about I refund you that money for that ticket right now?
No, that's fine. I will see you at the event, and sorry if I've upset you or Kath in any way, but I will see you there.
Why? Right, okay. Why have you called so many times? Because it's not normal. People call once, sometimes twice a night. That's it. That's not normal to call the number of times you've called, Tony.
Probably because most people listen to this radio station. They're fairly lonely people on their own, and whatever reason that is, divorce or...
Yeah. So you're lonely?
Yeah. So
Okay,
I listen to...
Okay. Well, listening is great, but calling 11 times is a bit weird.
Your radio station, Ian.
Yes.
That is why I phoned your radio station.
Yeah, but if phoning 11 times in less than 2 hours is weird.
And enjoying the conversation.
Yeah, well, you're not engaging in a conversation. You phoned 11 times in less than 2 hours. That's weird.
Ian, you can't handle the debate. That's what it boils down to.
Tony, I'm gonna get. Did you pay via? Have you got PayPal? Tony,
you can't debate, can you?
Tony, Tony, I'm going to see how you paid. I'm going to refund you the money because you won't be coming into the show. Okay, I'm going to refund you the money because you won't be coming into the show. I don't want you there, man.
Why is that?
Because I don't like the vibe. I really don't like the vibe.
Well,
I don't see. Okay, I'm going to refund you the money because you won't be coming into the show. I don't want you there, man.
why is that?
Because I don't like the vibe. I really don't like the vibe.
Well,
I don't see. Have you booked under the name Tony? And does your surname begin with B?
Could do.
Right. Okay. I'm going to refund you the money, dude, because I don't think it's appropriate that you come. All right.
Why?
Because I don't like your vibe.
What vibe? What do you mean?
I don't like the attitude. No, I'm just worried that what is going to be a loving, beautiful evening is going to be soured slightly. So, have you got PayPal?
Okay, you've got the wrong end of the stick there, Ian. Okay.
No. I've got exactly the right end of the stick, Tony. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to work out through Ticket Source how to refund you, and we won't be speaking again, okay? I don't want you phoning the show anymore. I wish you the best of luck, brother. Life is hard on the boulevard, but we ain't the show for you, man. Okay? Tony, sorry, can you not handle the debate? Tony?
He's the one who can't handle debate, Ian. Sorry.
Okay, mate. Thanks for your call. I'll send you the money back, yeah? Thank you.
No, I'll see you there.
No, you won't be let in, Tony. You will not be let in, so don't bother.
Okay, bye. I'll see you there.
Well, yeah, you'll see us through the glass, but you will not be coming in through the door.
Okay, see you there. Bye.
No, you won't see us there. I'm refunding you the money. If you turn up, you will not get in, and if you try and get in, we'll call the police.
Even if I wear a clown outfit?
Especially if you wear a clown outfit.
Okie dokie.
So I'm going to refund you the money. I'll either do it tonight or tomorrow, and we'll leave it at that, man.
I'll see you there.
You won't be coming in, Tony. You will not be getting into that building, buddy.
Okay. It's a building, and it's a door, that's all it is.
Yeah, which you will not be coming in, and 62 people that are on our side, so you will not be coming in, mate. This is getting very weird and very uncomfortable now. I'm going to work out how to refund you, and that'll be that.
Pretty drastic, but okay.
Okay,
how
Tony.
you feel?
That's how I feel. All right, mate. Take care. Don't call us again. We won't be answering.
I don't think you've been quite fair, though.
It doesn't matter. It's unfair. Whatever. It's my decision, okay? Don't ring in again, Tony. You won't be getting on, okay? Your phone call will just go unanswered.
Well, you prove you can't do a debate. Ian.
That's right. I cannot do a debate. You beat me. You beat me, fella.
Answer your own question.
Yep. I can't do a debate. You beat me. Hands down. You got me.
Well, obviously I have, because that's why you're going away.
Yep. That's
No,
it.
I'm not.
You got me. You beat me. You totally beat me, man.
Okay.
All right,
man. I beat the debate. Won the debate on Iain Lee.
Yep. You did.
From every angle.
There we go. From every angle.
From pre-Ricky Gervais to the Jungle.
There we go. You got it, man. You beat me, Tony.
How about?
Thanks for your call, mate.
Oh, I have beat you, man.
You beat me, Tony. I'm going to hang up on you now and we'll never speak again. Thanks for calling. Bye.
Yeah, but
Roger, how uncomfortable was that for you?
Extremely uncomfortable.
Across the UK, online and on DAB.
We are
Talk Radio. Give it some lip.
With Pertemps Recruitment, opportunity is closer than you think.
I got a very perverse pleasure from that.
I was being very quiet because I didn't know whether...
Yeah, you are.
I was...
All right, man, listen, I've got to go because I'm late for the ad. It's nice to talk to you, man.
No worries, mate.
Take care, bye-bye.
Across the UK, online and on DAB.
We are
Talk Radio. Give it some lip.
With Pertemps Recruitment, opportunity is closer than you think. It can take you to places you...
To your local retailer.
If you notice blood in your pee, don't ignore it. Even if you think it was a one-off, or there was only a little bit, or maybe it was that beetroot, or the red wine, or those berries, or you weren't really sure if it was even blood or not. Tell your doctor. Chances are it's nothing serious, but it could be an early sign of kidney or bladder cancer, and finding it early makes it more treatable. So if you do notice blood in your pee, even just the once, don't make excuses. Tell your doctor straight away. Be clear on cancer.
Across the UK, online and on DAB.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
I don't know how to do a refund on Ticket Source. I'll work it out. 03444991000. Oh yeah, baby, baby. baby, I'm loving the way that you're walking down the stairs. I wanna see you wiggle your sweet ass in the air.
In the air? How's she walking down the stairs?
On her hands and knees.
That's crawling.
It would be so easy to be a rock star in the 70s and write that crap, wouldn't it? You can write that crap easily.
And then it becomes a classic just automatically by being old.
Yeah, exactly, man. That's it. I need a time machine so that I can go back and write some sexist songs.
When did Aerosmith do Love in an Elevator?
That was the 80s, man.
It was actually, I thought that was quite clever, that lyric.
Don't panic. It's Other Tony. Hello, Other Tony.
Are you sure?
I hope so. Hello, Other Tony.
I've had a few, but I just want to tell you that I'm definitely coming to your show.
You're not coming either. No one's coming.
No Tonys.
Yes, I'm definitely coming, but I'm not wearing a clown suit. I'm wearing a birthday one.
Oh, you dirty dog!
But I'm going to cover myself in certain areas with peanut butter.
Here's the thing, right? If you put peanut butter on your winkle, I'm going to slurp it off.
Ugh.
Well, maybe it's not peanut butter.
What if people got peanut allergies? Have you thought of those people?
Or nut
Oh, I
allergies.
put a bit of jam on my shoulder so they can have they can join in. You can have a piece of me.
You dirty, dirty boy. Why is it that so often in Sex and the City, I'm thinking of specifically, having a naked person with sushi on them is considered erotic? I'm not a massive fan of sushi anyway. I can have a little bit of it, but nothing too fishy. But also on a woman? Sushi? On a woman?
It's a bit different, isn't it? Because it's like representing the woman as a fish. Like some of them do smell like fish.
There we go. Thank you very much.
You're not going on the cruise either.
There we go. Oh man. People. We got a good. I'll just take this straight to air. We got a good call. Here we go. Kasif, come on, buddy, save it. Turn it around, Kasif.
Hello, Ian. I just got blocked again from YouTube. I don't know why. My account again.
Oh,
You
because
must have broken the regulation, which is don't be a knob.
I know exactly why you got blocked, and Catherine told me. Do you remember?
I know I did
Shut
wrong.
up. Be quiet.
Today I know I did anything wrong.
No, but Catherine told me you did something that was really, really inappropriate.
Oh yeah,
actually.
you told a woman to go and sit in a bath and slash her wrists.
Yeah, come on, man. That's not.
She told me to die. She told me to die.
Yeah, but you told her how to die, and I thought that was overstepping the mark.
Yeah.
Yeah, but today I know I did anything wrong, though.
No, but you were blocked the other day. Come on, man.
With a new account.
You opened a new account.
And I got blocked for no reason.
Well.
You got blocked because you're blocked.
Oh, you made me laugh, Kasif. I like you, man. I like you, but you can't go and tell women how to kill themselves. Come on now. That's a bit beyond the pale.
Ian, is it true you're really opening a farm?
Sorry?
Are you really going to open
I am, yeah, I bought it. I've signed up and everything, man. It's nuts.
Did you see the thing I sent you on Twitter?
No. What did you send me on Twitter?
Check your Twitter then. You better keep that man away from your cows.
Fake laugh.
Well, why don't you... That's an evil laugh. Why don't you just tell me what you did?
No, not what I did. What is came in the news in February. This particular individual.
Right.
He's a pensioner as well.
Right. Okay. So, what... Okay. Well, just tell me, because I'm not going to go back through my Twitter to look for a funny GIF you've sent me or something.
He's been banned from all the farms in England.
Oh, I did see that.
He molest.
Yeah, there's an old man, we did this story, an old man that's banned from every farm in Britain. Well, I've not got my Farmer's Welcome Pack yet, but apparently when you become a farmer and you join the Farmers Alliance, you get sent like it's not a brochure, it's a pack. It's like a pack of like stuff you need to know. And you get all of the pictures of the people that are banned from farms. So it's like sex criminals, it's animal rights people, it's
crop circlers. There is a thing, and it's not sexual. This is weird. Have you heard this, Steve? It's not sexual, but there are people that like to get legally married to cows, and farmers have got a real problem where people are taking cows off one at a time from their land, and they go and say, "What are you doing?" They say, "Well, I'm married to this cow," and you can marry a cow at night
and then you can take the cow home with you. It's the weirdest thing, and it's all legal. So you get the
And then the
all of
problem
that.
is they can go upstairs, but they can't come back down again because
Yeah.
the legs won't permit it.
Exactly. It's not sexual, Catherine. Please don't demean.
No, but you'd have to go to sleep.
No. Well, they can sleep downstairs on the sofa.
I wouldn't make my spouse sleep on the sofa.
Well, okay. I'm keeping my mouth shut. Anyway, Casif, I hope that when I get this Farmers Alliance pack, I don't see you in there.
Yeah, I know you were, Ian. I mean, people think farming is good, but if you have to sort a lot of dung. You have to wake up early in the morning and get rid of a lot of dung, and I mean a lot of dung.
How much dung?
It depends how many animals you have.
There's about
You said 1,500 head.
it's about 1,500 cows. Yeah. Is that a lot of dung?
You're going to be shoveling from 6 in the morning till about 12 at noon, easily.
Dunga?
Yep.
Okay.
So you better get used to dung. You better get used to dung.
Well, okay. Well, I certainly won't be. Oh no, my thing said that was going to be funny then, but I blew it. That won't be there. Oh, Casif, we had a message from George Galloway for you.
Really?
Yeah, George. Do you listen to George's show?
Yeah, that's why I started listening to Talk Radio, because of George Galloway, and then once he said, up next is the award-winning Iain Lee, sometime last year, then that's when I started listening
Well,
to
George has recorded a message for you, Casif. Would you like to hear it?
Well, I know it. Okay, go ahead then.
You ready?
Yeah.
You're a fanny.
I knew that was coming up.
Thank you very much indeed, Casif.
Talk Radio. Digital debate for the UK.
Pick up your phone and talk.
Right, how do I do it? Select the customer from the list provided with the customer's record display. Click the customer's booking tab.
Great. They've won bucketfuls of awards.
I'm
They'll
not
give you
fucking
unlimited
weirdo there.
calls when you get in a pickle.
Well, you enticed him.
And they cover 100% of the UK. Very good indeed. So why do we think that is so great? Because
Refund!
Green Flag do all of this too. And we'll have you
Don't
AA
phone me back.
renewal quote. Green Flag. Common
You were
sense
going
to
to
the
write
rescue.
that.
There may be a
Of
chance
course I
for
was!
same problem. Savings based on our closest
He's
delivery.
refunded.
UK vehicle cover for
Right.
vehicles 10 years and under. T's and C's
See?
apply.
This is the sound of a broken boiler.
Oh.
You're such a
I'm having to
bumbler.
fork out for a new one.
I am.
Oh!
But I'm
Then
not
finding
with
out
the
you
job.
can get interest-free credit.
Oh.
Not blowing your savings on a new boiler feels good. We're with you. Search British Gas New Boiler.
The Farmers Alliance.
Credit subject to status, conditions apply.
She's always inviting me to gigs, asking me to help her with her coursework. Then she goes and invites me to lunch at McDonald's, and we try
Single
table
Dad
service.
2 launched
It's all a bit
Raves for
romantic,
Kids
isn't
with
it?
a
Sitting here,
£1,000 budget,
just
now
the two
makes
of us.
$500,000 a
Looks
year.
like I'm officially getting out of the friend zone.
Okay, Scott, talk later. Love you.
Maybe not.
The moment you realise there are plenty more fish in the sea. Brought to you by Table
Is this
Service.
racist?
McDonald's. Good
Hope
times
Ian
made
doesn't
easier.
have any goats in his farm, Casif will be all
Selected
over
restaurants
them.
only. Find your nearest at mcdonalds.co.uk.
Well, tell me what happens.
Across
I'm
the
listening.
UK,
Got no done, it's
online
done.
and
We'll have a bed, please.
Talk Radio on the hour news headlines.
Good morning, I'm Danielle Yarowiecka. The Home Secretary's
I
been
don't get it.
criticised over leaked documents on how
The goat
two
fucker.
IS terror suspects originally from London will be tried in America. Sajid Javid has
Some
reportedly
people say
waived
no, and
the
I don't
UK's
know,
usual
but
concerns about
I'm
the use of the
prepared to
death
be
penalty.
proven
UN
wrong.
Director at the Human Rights Watch, Louis Charbonneau, has been talking to Talk Radio.
If these men were to be sent
One of
from
the jokes they make about
northern
like, the
Syria
Taliban and stuff.
to the United States, and then
not a
the
big
UK
deal,
were
is
to
it?
provide information that would enable
I'm
the
trying to
US
think
to
of what it seems
prosecute
a
them
stretch.
in a
It's not
process
very
that
nice.
could
It's
lead to the death penalty,
uncalled for.
the UK would be
Fuck it, let's
aiding and abetting.
Toronto's police chief says a 10-year-old girl and an 18-year-old woman were the victims of Sunday's shooting in a restaurant. Officers say they're not ruling out terrorism following the attack which injured at least 12 others. It's thought a British teenager died after falling from the edge of a cliff at a popular whale watching spot in Australia. The 18-year-old was taking selfies south of Sydney when he slipped.
No,
He's the
thanks,
second
buddy,
person to
buddy,
fall at the
buddy,
same
bang, bang,
location
bang,
in the
bang.
last 6 weeks. Labour MPs will vote in September on whether to accept an internationally recognised definition of anti-Semitism. The party's national executive has faced
What's that?
criticism for drawing up what they called a watered-down version. There are calls for all women in the UK to be given equal access to IVF as the first test tube baby turns 40 this week. Campaigners claim would-be mums face a postcode lottery for fertility treatment. Dr. Mike McAnamy is the chief executive of Bourne Hall, the world's first IVF clinic, and says the current system is deeply unfair.
I think
it's deeply deep about the shit you got. Hot to trot, hot for the shit you got.
Which all of the CCGs, who are now the funders of IVF, agree should be adopted. They should be adopted.
You spelled Bernchild wrong, you idiot.
And Tesco is on the verge
Panchod
of
doesn't
launching
mean
a new
anything.
brand of stores that could challenge the likes of Aldi and Lidl. Britain's biggest supermarket chains reportedly considering opening up to 60 trial stores named Jack's in September. Your weather, occasional rain over southern Scotland, Northern Ireland and the northwest overnight. Dry, warm and humid elsewhere. Patchy rain throughout the day in Wales and northern England. Hot sunshine elsewhere with isolated thundery showers later.
Across the UK, online and on DAB.
The wild man of late night radio, Iain Lee.
Differently interesting nocturnal emissions from a legend of late night radio. On air and off the leash.
The late night alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio. We'll get you talking.
0344 499 1000. Things, the vibes calm down a little bit now. Very het up at the start of the show.
It's been a strange show.
Isn't it?
Something's in the water.
Something in the way she moves. You know George Harrison nicked that line.
Go on, who from?
Not
James Taylor.
Yeah, from James Taylor.
No.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, something in the way she moves. Because he said that he got signed up at Apple. James Taylor got signed at Apple, 1968. 69, I want to say 68.
Because no one else would touch him.
No one else would touch him, and he was brought in, I think, by Peter Asher, and Paul McCartney and George Harrison heard him, and the big song from that Apple album, which is a great album, it's kind of a bit more 60s than the rest of the James Taylor album. It's a great album. The big song from that was Something in the Way She Moves. A year later, the Beatles do a song with the line, Something in the Way She Moves. Come on, man. But George Harrison famously nicked a lot of stuff. There's an album he did. When they got this, they got the Moog synthesizer, this giant, it's like a big rack of a massive machine and you plug cables in and you got a keyboard and it was all of this. And George Harrison, the Moog appeared, I think, first on the Monkees record, before it appeared anywhere else. First or second, probably first. But George Harrison released the first ever album that was entirely Moog based, okay? There's no other instrument, no real instruments, it was Moog. And I think it's called Electronic Music. And it's like, it's on Apple, it's like Apple #1 or so. Maybe it's on Zapple, which is electronic. Anyway, so it's George Harrison, his first solo album, or second solo album after Wonderwall. George Harrison, Electronic Music. And all it is... Well, hang on a minute. Let's see if we can find some George Harrison electronic music. Right. I've never listened to it. Oh, that's not it. Is the internet a little bit slow for you tonight? Shut up. What is this? That's not it. George. What's going on with the internet? Guys, anybody? Guys, George, here we go. Something's happening. George Harrison, electronic sound. I can't find it. The internet's doing something stupid. Anyway, so it's this album of like, it's all that stuff, right? And it's supposedly George Harrison playing with the Moog and just recording 50 minutes, 40 minutes worth of stuff and putting it out as an album. But a guy that sold George Harrison the Moog, right? He delivered the Moog into a studio, and George Harrison says, "Can you set it up for me?" Because of course I set it up. So he sets it up, and he goes, "Can you show me how it works?" And he went, "Yeah, of course I'll show you how it works." And so he's playing it, and he's doing all this and doing all this, and then the guy does it for like an hour or so, and George goes, "That's great. That's great." And the guy goes, "You weren't recording that, were you?" He said, No. And he was recording it, and he put that out as his first solo album, this guy playing it, yeah. And this guy listened to it, and he went, That was my demo. That was the demo session I did when I delivered the thing, and he tried to sue him. I don't know if I think he won, but yeah, he nicked it. He just recorded someone else playing it and put it out as a solo album.
Now, I like George Harrison, but that's Alan Border.
That's what?
Alan Border.
What's that mean?
Out of order.
I like that. I like it. Hello, Wendell.
Pig wanker!
Okay.
That's G.
Is that actually G?
That was G.
G, right, you just got yourself a ban on Twitter, a ban on YouTube, you got yourself a ban everywhere. What the hell was that, man? You can't come on the air and say that. How is that funny? How is that funny? And you just got dumped. Where is the joke there? Well, you just got yourself blocked, mate.
I sometimes wonder.
What the hell was that? That's not funny, man. Flipping heck. Evening, Jerry.
It's full moon tonight.
It's what?
Full moon.
Oh, it could be a full... Can we check? Is it a full moon tonight?
It's a bit loopy today, the tubers.
Catherine is Googling it on her moon calculator.
No, is it not?
What you got, Jerry? Come on. You may be disabled, but you're still going to get the same treatment as everyone else.
No, I used to live on the farm.
What?
I used to live on the farm.
Okay.
What you need to do is...
I won't catch Parkinson's, will I?
I know, it's in the dung, you manage to field, and pick up the dung.
Yes.
Make sure there's no public trying to you over your front garden. Otherwise, you'll never get people looking through your windows.
It's cow dong. It's not horse dong.
I don't know, but make sure you're going public choice away past your windows. Because public choice away makes you know that. Otherwise, you get people nutters coming looking through your front windows.
Clean my windows?
No, nutters leaking through your windows.
Okay.
What? It's important.
You would think that are you sat on your bed? Because it enough sounds squeaky.
No, my chair. My chair's knackered.
Why have they given you a noisy chair? They should give you a quiet chair.
I fell through it this morning. I'm because of how
They should give you a quiet chair.
I threw the chair away.
He's off.
Is he gone?
I've got no idea. This, even by Jerry's standards, this is...
I'm not. Don't.
Okay. I'm going to cut you off now.
Bye.
Up your bum. Yes, Mo.
Hello?
Yes, Mo?
Hi, man. I just want to call you out for your disgusting homophobic abuse, to be honest.
Okay, yeah, sure.
You have similar actions of a school bully.
Yes, that's right.
The way you use gay as an insult.
Yes.
Absolutely disgusting.
Okay, Mo, thanks so much for your
I don't
call.
think you insulted him. I think it was an observation.
Yeah, Mo, you're right.
His ability to enunciate.
I hate gays. I hate gay people. I'm saying it. I'm putting it out there. You can't say it anymore. No one can say it anymore. I hate them. I hate what they get up to. I think it's disgusting that they can get married. And I will not allow it on this show.
But I think it's interesting you assume you're talking about someone else's penis.
Oh, dear. Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, right. It's definitely pronounced Moog. Don't make me get out my clip of, Moog. Anyway, so we're talking about, this won't happen, but this story pops up every couple of years. David Mark Chapman, 63, could walk free from jail as he's up for parole for a 10th time. Well, he's up for parole for a 10th time. I think it's pretty unlikely that they're going to let him out now. He's been rejected 9 times. He's applied for parole every 2 years since 2000. He's been rejected 9 times, but is set to appear before the New York Parole Board again in August. John Lennon's killer may walk free from jail as he applies for parole for the 10th time this August, 38 years after he gunned down the legendary Beatles singer in New York City. When we went, Tiny's calling in. When we went there, Catherine and I were both quite moved by it.
Yeah.
When the two Mikes went there, they reenacted the scene.
You're kidding me.
No, they reenacted. Isn't there a picture of Mike Parry on his knees pointing a gun at?
Wow, no.
Yes,
no.
Yes, man.
And she still lives there.
Yes, man. The two Mikes, they recreated the scene. I'm pretty sure. If they didn't, I would take that back immediately. Actually, if they didn't, they'll certainly use that as material for the next time they go to New York. I'm sure there is a picture of Mike Parry on his knees in a classic gunman's pose outside the Dakota.
Oof.
It's a bit fresh, isn't it?
That's a bit Jeff even for us. I mean, why stop there? You might as well go around reenacting all kinds of tragic ends.
Yeah, well, okay, make your own jokes up. Mark David Chapman, 63, has been in... I told you I went to college with Chapman's cousin for a semester.
And he boasted about it.
Casey Chapman, yeah, they were... Casey, I mean, he was horrible. What was it? He was singing at some do at college, singing a Beatles song badly, and I came up with the brilliant heckle. Your family...
murdered one.
You've already murdered the Beatles once, don't do it a second time. It's a great line. It's my line. He's been in maximum security prison, Vend Correctional Facility in Alden, New York, since 1980. He was sentenced to 20 years to life, but has applied for parole on 9 other occasions every 2 years, all of which have been denied. During Chapman's last parole hearing in 2016, the board opposed his release because of the premeditated and celebrity-seeking nature of the crime. He's believed to be mentally ill, and the court took into account his efforts to rehabilitate while in jail, during which he admitted that his crime was premeditated, selfish and evil. He told the court at his last parole hearing that he still receives letters from devastated Beatles fans about his crime, and said that during his time behind bars he discovered religion.
Yeah.
He said, at the time I wasn't thinking about anyone else, just me, but now, obviously through people's letters and through things I hear, a lot of people were affected. Sorry for causing that type of pain. Sorry for being such an idiot and choosing the wrong way for glory. The late John Lennon's wife, Yoko Ono, has written to the board each time Chapman has applied for parole to protect the safety of her children and keep him in jail. She has said that Chapman's release would endanger her and the couple's 2 sons. No. No. The couple only have 1 son. He has 2 sons. The couple...
Maybe she counts the other one as hers as well.
Oh, come on, really? She certainly didn't in the 1970s. You know what I'm saying, guys? Beatles fans, you with me? Why shouldn't he be released? I guess is the question. If they are keeping, and I don't,
because of the 9 other times they decided not to.
Well, no, but that's how parole works, isn't it? You go and you get knocked back, and you go and you get knocked back. John Warboys, for example, the taxi rapist, he applied for parole several times, didn't get it, then got it, and then of course there was the huge furore, rightfully so, because he probably did a load more crimes than he actually. Fessed up to, and so he's still back in there. But that's how parole works, isn't it? You've got to go and do it a few times. The question I'm asking is, right, he's done 38 years, and it's a completely different system over there to us, where life means like 120 years. But it says that the original sentence is 20 to life. If they're keeping him in just because he killed John Lennon, then that is wrong. Isn't it?
Yeah.
So there's got to be more to it.
Absolutely.
Than that. You would hope there's more to it than that. Than the fact it was just a guy from Elephant's Memory, which John Lennon's band in the early 70s. Am I right, Beatles fans?
They're not listening anymore.
Oh. Well, they're not. Screw those guys. Let's go to the ads.
Talk Radio.
Tony's phoning in. Fuck's sake, man.
Organic entertainment.
Talk Radio.
We'll get you talking.
This is the sound of a broken boiler.
What the fuck was he doing? What the fuck
and
was
having to
he
fork out for a
doing?
new one.
So
then finding out you can get interest-free credit.
Oh.
What's she saying?
Why did I
Not blowing your savings on a new boiler feels good. We're with you.
Here you go.
Search British Gas new
I'll help you
boiler.
with your problem.
Credit subject to status, conditions apply.
What makes a Vanarama van make your business look a business? What about not needing a big deposit? What about how affordable it is? You can get a
fuck off!
For just £239 a month. What a price!
I'm not having people thrown up and say, what shout wanker down the line like that.
£1,500 plus 20% back, 35
Come
months,
on,
and
man.
£165
Not
plus
funny,
20%
man.
back, conditions apply.
Go to vanarama.co.uk and lease a Vanarama van.
It's 6 a.m, you're walking the dog time. Your world isn't 9 to 5. So life is hard.
Look, guys, look.
That's why you can renew your tax credits online, day or night.
His number's not there, is it?
No, it's not. Catherine, come on.
Visit gov.uk/manage tax credits. We're ready when you are.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio. We'll get you talking.
Really is a feisty show tonight, both on the air and online. People being banned left, right and centre on YouTube.
Well, people deserving it, frankly.
On Twitter, on all kinds of stuff. Just because I said, why don't we release Mark Chapman? It's all kicked off, guys. It's all kicked off. Tony, you're calling in. We are not going to answer the phone. Your money's been refunded. We are done. That was, it went darker than I expected, so we are all groovy, man. That's what I'm talking about, man. Have you got any stories, Catherine?
Yeah, I've got loads.
Now, you're the professional broadcaster. What's that film where that posh man has a bet with another posh man, he can get the dirty bird posh by the end of it? Because that's what you are.
Dirty bird?
You're the dirty bird. Is it called...
Talking about My Fair Lady?
I've never seen Your Fair Lady. I don't know if it's fair or not. I imagine that, going by the colour of your hair on your head...
Stop it!
Your lady ain't fair. Is that what it's called, the dirty bird? That's what I'm going to call it.
The dirty bird? What are you on about?
You're the dirty bird, and I am, Jacob Jacoby, and I am... My lord, I believe she has it now.
Wow.
There we go. I'm Jacob Jacoby, you're the dirty bird. Away you go.
You're listening to Vague FM. There or thereabouts.
We're on 96.5 or 97. It's in the mid-90s, guys. It's in the 90s somewhere.
Hot news from the Daily Mirror. Some mums can't resist licking their newborn babies on the forehead like a cat, but with good reason.
Oh, I like reasons. No, I like raisins. I do apologise. I always get those two confused. So sorry, Catherine. I didn't mean to. It was raisins. Raisins, I like.
A lot happens in the first few minutes of a newborn baby's life. That's the first line and also fact.
But more
after that, bugger all.
No, but more happens to them after the first few minutes. Like the next 70 years.
And you'd think that'd be the second sentence, but it isn't. There's the first cry, first glimpse at their face, first hug.
Yes.
But some mums are choosing to do something else entirely the first time they meet their child. Some mums, Iain Lee,
yes,
are choosing to lick their newborns.
Oh, dirty, dirty boy!
You got any licking music?
Hang on a minute. Let's. What I like to do sometimes, right, when we're looking for specific types of music, is I just type in the phrase. So I'm on YouTube. I'm going to type in licking music. Let's see.
That's how the other presenters choose their music for cues, isn't it?
Okay, we're going to try this.
Go on.
I mean, this is about.
It seems appropriate.
Okay. I can't find any licking music.
Okay. Some mums are choosing to lick their newborns. Yep. Lick them on the forehead, like a cat would. One mother in particular had this somewhat primal reaction to meeting her baby, and it was captured in an award-winning photograph. Like so.
Oh, you baby licker! You dirty baby licker!
Taken by Ludi Siquiera of Señoritas Fotografia, the photo shows a woman licking her baby's head. Some may be disgusted by the idea, while others may be intrigued. But as it turns out, it's something humans used to do a long time ago, just like animals. Birth doula Flor Cruz told Mum's Grapevine that there are a number of reasons why animals lick and clean their young upon birth, including removing the scent to warn off predators, to begin socialising the newborn, and to bond with the baby.
But that's in the wild. That's not in a hospital where they have, well, not talcum powder, but wet wipes.
No. When I had my babies, they said not to wash their hair for like 2 weeks. She added mammals still lick their newborns and eat the afterbirth.
Oh, no! That's such a North London thing!
Except for most humans. But humans at one point in time used to exhibit all of these same behaviours. We've evolved since then and do not feel the need anymore to keep predators away. We stimulate the baby in other forms and have other ways to do all the things we once worried about that triggered us to lick our baby so instinctively. Two cultures today can still be seen licking their newborns, though, and those are the Tibetans and Inuits. Flor said many mothers today may still have an urge to lick their baby. I've never had the urge to... No. Especially not when it was fresh out.
No.
But most are usually able to resist and instead smell them, kiss them or hold them close. Yes, tick, tick, tick. No licks. But others are sometimes unable to resist, and she described this as a calling from ancestors.
Oh, no.
Some mothers still have the strong urge to lick their newborns, and they do just that. a physiological necessity, a calling from ancestors, instinctual act of love and ensuring the survival of young, she said. Or they're weirdos.
What? But so that's like because we all know that some people do eat the afterbirth. They make afterbirth paella.
Why don't they just bite through the cord as well?
Yeah.
I saw this one documentary though once.
Yeah.
There's this thing where they leave the placenta attached and they carry it around in a bag. And there was this woman going around Sainsbury's.
Oh.
And they salt it and put rosemary on it and stick it in like this leather, this velvet pouch until it like dries off itself.
Here's the thing, and by the way, you know I said I'd unblocked everyone on Twitch. I've just blocked a handful of people, including that idiot troll man that called in earlier on, who's just taken clips from Iain Lee's crap show. He tells someone to F off. I'm telling you to F off, you weird pervert. You're blocked on Twitter now. I remember why I blocked somebody. But when you when you have a baby, they tell you that your mum might poo herself and that they might have to, which I knew. I didn't know that they might have to cut open the vagina a bit. Sam. They cut. Sometimes that's.
Or they let it tear.
Yeah.
Because apparently it knits together easier afterwards.
First one. This isn't really my story to tell, but our first one, out come the knife.
What's it called? An episiotomy.
Yes, it certainly wasn't very pleasing to anybody. But what they don't tell you. What they don't tell you is that...
By the way, if you're expecting your first baby, listen away now.
What they don't tell you is, and this is disgusting, is that the belly button, of course, it's not a belly button to start with, right? It's the umbilical cord. So you cut the umbilical cord, and then you have, maybe 2 inches hanging off, and you tie that in a knot, and then it's clipped on. And then you don't really see it 'cause it's in the nappy. But what they...
They tie it in a knot? They just put, like, a peg on my kids.
I think
there was any...
I thought it was a knot, but I could be wrong. Wrong. How does it get into that shape then? That's a knot.
It just shrivels up, doesn't it?
No, that's a knot.
It just falls off.
Can't see mine anymore. But so, and it's in the nappy, but they don't warn you beforehand that is going to be on there for 2-3 weeks.
Mm-hmm. You have to clean round it.
It's going to go black. It's going to go mouldy. It's going to stink. And then one day it just won't be there anymore. You're where the hell?
You're looking for it.
Where the hell is that? And it stinks, man. It stinks. Babies are disgusting. They are worse than having a dog. I've had both, and I would prefer to have a dog. And I don't like dogs.
No, they're adorable babies. Two good babies. That's why I'm not having any more.
What happened to them?
I peaked.
No, love. I think I'm done. But then you forget, because you forget. You forget the tiredness, the likes of which you can't even begin to imagine. You forget. You remember being tired. You remember it being hard work, but you forget the hallucinations.
Yeah, and you forget the fact you can't go out without taking, 2 bags with you, and it's all a massive faff.
What I don't get is, we bought a buggy, right? A buggy. And it was like buying a car.
Mm-hmm.
And we went to John Lewis because we were middle class and we had a few quid, and it was like buying a car, and we had a woman showing, well, this one does this, and this one comes off, and this you can attach and they can face you, and you can also use it as a car seat. It's like 650 quid we spent, right? But then I saw, the other day, someone pushing a baby in what was basically one of a dolly's
I know.
pram.
Haven't they changed?
But it was a dolly, like a flimsy dolly's pram.
Mm.
So are you allowed to do that? Why did we spend?
I don't think anyone's policing the... This is another thing you don't realise when you have your first kid. No one's policing it. No one's saying, apart from all the mums who are all judging, but no one's saying you can't do that at that age. Apart from the other mums who are always judging.
Yeah, there's a lot of judging going on.
I stopped going to the mums meetings because I'd come back with a shopping list and reasons why I was failing. Oh, mine's not doing that yet. Pointless. Second time around, just didn't join in. I was much happier.
We got another 30-odd minutes of the show, guys. If you want to take part, you give us a call. You'd be very, very welcome. We'd love to pick your brains, get your thoughts on the day's news, see what's happening in your lives, talk about farming. The vibe has certainly cooled down from the first hour and a half of the first 2 hours, 27 minutes of the show. It's got a lot cooler, so you'd be very, very welcome. So don't phone up and say W for crying out loud. What a stupid thing to say. Paul Ross will be here at 1 o'clock, so give us a call. 03444991000 is the telephone. You'll give us a call. It's the talk radio.
After Afternoons with Jamie East on Talk Radio.
Investigate the unlimited possibilities of speech radio at Eastworld.
What is the best piece of gossip that you have ever heard at Salford Business School?
The radio show that questions the very nature of our reality. What makes us human? Why do we sin?
My goodness me, if these walls could talk.
Where can I get a pair of glasses like Jamie's for under a fiver?
Eastworld with Jamie East. It's a bit of a national favourite.
This afternoon from 1 on Talk Radio.
The radio show for people who know the best part of the day is the night.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio. We'll get you talking.
0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. If you want to give us a call, you'd be very, very... What happened in Canada?
Whatever.
No, today there was like a big shooting in Canada.
Was there?
But what was it? Do we know what it was? Was it them? You know what I mean? Was it? Because that's where, whenever there's a shooting story, you instantly think, is it them?
Here it is.
Is it them?
A 10-year-old girl and an 18-year-old woman have died after a gunman opened fire outside a restaurant in Toronto.
Yeah, big old thing.
13 people injured, some seriously, ages from 10 to 59. Exchange of fire with officers. They don't know why it's happened yet.
Okay.
Gosh.
Okay.
How awful.
Yeah, terrible. You don't expect that kind of stuff in Canada. No. Well, actually, it's happened a couple of times. Remember that dude that worked in the Canadian government, this old dude? Because they'll carry security in the Canadian government. As they do here, I suppose.
They were packing pieces.
Packing pieces. And a gunman got through security and ran into the Canadian government. And some old guy, old, like 50s, 60s, security guy, just got his gun out. One shot took him down like that. Absolutely. He ran into the chamber where this dude was, ran into it, didn't know where he was, saw him, gun out, took him out one shot. Yeah. He absolutely hero. One of those proper heroes who's dead humble, didn't really want to make a big deal about it, was just doing my job, thanks very much, got awarded and commended, and all of that. But the Canadians they kind of act the giddy fool, the giddy goat. They are kick-ass.
I like Canadians. They're like sensible Americans.
I like Canada. It's a great country. I've been there. Have you been there?
No.
Okay, well, I've been there. So I'm actually more qualified to talk about it.
Okay. And?
In one evening when I was going for a walk, I had a man try and sell me stolen leather jackets and another man try and pick me up for sex. So it's great.
So many offers.
So many offers.
It's a land of opportunity.
Oh, and I had someone sell me some weed as well, but it wasn't weed. It was
oregano.
Oregano.
Was it?
Yeah, I was trying to smoke.
That's classic.
I was trying to smoke it in the hotel room. That was oregano. Still smoked it. It's a nice taste. It was a nice taste. But I feel then I wanted a pizza. I had a pizza and put the oregano on. I gotta use that somewhere. I was going to spend $20 on that shit. A disgusted driver whose dash cam... Hey, you've got a dash cam.
Yeah, I have.
What have you caught on there?
Nothing yet.
Oh.
I think now I have it, no one's going to be a div.
Oh, God.
But I am hopeful.
A disgusted driver... Well, you might get this. A disgusted driver whose dash cam caught a kitchen worker weeing against the restaurant wall was offered a free meal there. Now, the Sun do this story as though that's a bad thing. The guy wasn't weeing inside the restaurant on the tables. He was weeing outside against the wall.
Right.
What the problem? What the hell is the problem with that? By the way, I told you this. I found a great place to take my boys when we go to New York. Great place. Some of you will have heard this before, but I've not seen medieval times where it's like you eat in like a circus ring, and you eat. The website proudly boasts no cutlery dining. And it's knights jousting and sword fighting while you are eating. You can pay a bit extra and get the royal experience, where I think the king or the queen knights you. I think you get that as well.
Pay it.
Leave it to me.
Pay it.
Leave. Oh, I'm. You know, this holiday is to score points. So.
This is for buying affection.
Oh God, yeah. This holiday is going to set me up for the next 20 years. So of course I'm paying for the royal experience, having some of that anyway. The OAP was parked outside a branch of Chiquito in Thanet when the worker wearing kitchen whites walked out, unzipped, and peed on the wall just yards from the front door. The man who alerted managers said, "Well, if they made me an offer of a free meal, I said, you've got to be joking. I should have told him to piss off." Chiquito confirmed the staff member has since been fired and the wall has been scrubbed vigorously by slaves.
Wow.
Slaves.
Do you remember that restaurant we used to go to in Luton? They used to bring the sanitary bins through once a week. Like, through the restaurant, this guy would come in...
Oh, yes, I do!
And take them out, you know, he'd come in, empty-handed, leave...
Mate!
Handed. Put me right off me, Barbary.
Put me right... It put me right off me jam on toast. It was...
Flippin' heck, really?
Yeah, it did. I couldn't eat it again.
It's not there anymore, that restaurant, is it? It's been turned into something nicer.
What is it?
That's where the, that's where the Toby was, isn't it? Now isn't it the, well-lit, burger place?
I don't know. Could we go? Right? No, could we go to the ads early and could I get some water, please? Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Across the UK, online and on DAB.
A new kind of talk radio. We'll get you talking.
The big story of the day on Talk Radio with the Times. Know your times. Every weekday from 6:30, join Julia Hartley-Brewer for in-depth analysis of the morning headlines. Don't just be informed, be well informed with fearless debate and in-depth opinion from right across the political spectrum.
Join me, Julia Hartley-Brewer, for the biggest breaking current affairs stories, top guests and razor-sharp reaction.
Get a better quality conversation at breakfast. The big story of the day with Julia Hartley-Brewer on Talk Radio with the Times. Know your times.
Floor 32. Last one. Computers sleep peacefully. Bins full of the day. Vacuum follows faithfully. A forgotten desk lamp. Switch it off. Let it rest. Outside, black softens to deep blue, hinting at the day to come.
Thanks,
Time
mate.
to pack up, to disappear once more. Sausage and egg McMuffin awaits.
Over 600 McDonald's open 24 hours. We are awake.
With Per-Temps recruitment, opportunity is closer than you think. It can take you to places you've always wanted to be, and it's around every corner. So if you're looking for your next permanent, temporary or contract opportunity, hop into one of our 200 local offices or search Per-Temps online. Per-Temps, the face of recruitment.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
Right. Medieval times. You going to sneeze? What's happened? Have we been Novichoked? Is this how it starts? Okay.
Yeah, bearing up.
So medieval times. I think you're right. You said that they go to this in the Cable Guy.
I think they do, don't they?
Beyond. So the show. Look at these nights. Okay. I think you back a night. Right. Beyond the strength lies the power of charm. In myth and in legend, the knight and the horse are forever linked. Few things are held in such great esteem by the medieval warrior than a stalwart horse who possesses the bold courage of his master and the quiet strength of his ancestors.
What does that even mean?
So there's jousting, actual jousting, while you eat dinner without cutlery. Flippin' it, weaponry! When brawn and metal unite. There's a falcon! Yes, man! There's a falconry!
And you're holding meat?
Yes, man! There is falconry!
This is a bad idea.
Horsemanship, witness equine beauty and grace. I'm not watching that, but... 4-course meal fit for royalty. Your dinner is served. Libations and spirits.
Libations.
Queen Maria Isabella welcomes you to dine with her and her royal court. Always a generous host, the Queen has commanded her royal chefs to cook her favourite meal for you. And that looks like chicken, burgers, garlic bread and sweet corn.
Regal.
Hang on to your helmet, the show is about to begin. Castle opens 75 minutes prior to showtime. I feel, oh man alive, this looks like the most awesome thing ever. So you can have 3 different packages, either the Queen's Royalty Package, the Royalty Package, or the Celebration Package. I want the Queen's Royalty Package. I want to... God almighty! Alistair's calling in! Wow, Catherine! Get up on the roof and turn that bat signal off now! What have you done?
Not me.
What have you done? I have one night off because I'm broken inside and my soul wants to fly off to go to be with my ancestors and my stalwart horses. I come back and it's Drunk City. You've turned the show into a bloody AA meeting. So you get, for the show, you get 2-hour medieval jousting tournament.
Wow, that's a long joust. 6
competing knights, real weapons, beautiful horses, live flight of the Royal Falcon. Right, so bring your celebration to the tournament. This is how you book it, right? So it says, I feel like cheering for a night, getting into character, celebrating my birthday, having the time of my life. Click that.
All of the above, surely.
With family, my school, the girls, the guys, anyone. I'm saying family. Get tickets, make it happen.
Oh, have you not booked it?
No, I've not booked it. Not booked it yet. Ticket packages. I want the Queen's. I want the Queen's package. Queen's Royalty Package. Is that the best one? Yeah. So for that, you get priority castle access, VIP first row, priority seating. You get a cheering banner. Oh my God. You get a VIP lanyard and a framed entrance group photo.
Wow.
This is going to be absolutely the greatest meal of my life. I'm going to see if I can get a babysitter at the hotel because I don't want those idiots ruin it for me. This is going to be awesome. Man alive, can Paul come in early? I've got to book some tickets for the greatest night of my flipping life. Wow. Okay, 7 p.m. All right. So that would be then. So, okay, so we'll do that on the Friday. This is awesome. Let's go to the United States. Phoenix. Hello, Loring.
Huzzah!
It's good, man. Have you been to medieval times?
Absolutely.
Yes, man! Come on, dude! Tell me about it. It looks like the most brilliant thing in the world.
Yeah, well, it sounds kind of, corny and hokey and whatever you want to call it. But when you go there, you really appreciate how easily any of those guys can get killed out there.
Can I ask, have any of the diners ever actually been killed?
Yes, but it's more of a food-borne illnesses than like unthrough by one of the.
It's not a great line. It sounds like you're actually calling us
from medieval times.
From medieval times. Loring? Lord Loring! Come to the phone, sir! Lord Loring!
I prithee.
Lord Loring! Get back here immediately! Or face my wrath! Forever face my wrath! Forever!
Could you put your wrath away, please?
Forever face my wrath! My wrath is in your face! Oh my God. Will you be accepting that? I challenge you to a joust! You will joust with me!
Your boys are going to get this all night, aren't they?
You will joust with me, boys! Here when we get to the hotel, you shall be jousting with me, and we will decide who gets the double bed, and who has to sleep in the single. For it shall not be I, sir. It shall be you two naughty boys, together in the single bed, while your lord and master spends out in the double bed. Joust, boys, joust! That's the kind of dad I am.
Oh my God, I know you're not joking.
No, and then they'll be falling asleep. Boys, wake up! What is this? Falling asleep? No, so fight! We will fight to the death! We will fight to decide who has the first pee! And it shall be me! Boys, we shall decide this like men! Quick, let's all stand around the toilet and sword fight with our urine.
All right, enough.
We haven't done that for a
We're
while.
going to get the soch round. That kind of talk.
Begin the battle. Cross streams now.
You do not cross the streams. Everyone knows that.
Evening, Pablo.
Hip, hip, hip.
Hip, hip, hip. Pablo, what you got?
No, I appreciate the sign from Catherine there. Much appreciated.
Yep.
Well, prove me wrong.
Well, true. Too true. No, just in regards to the old umbilical cords.
Yes.
The whole outie and innie belly button aspect, is that still a thing? Do people still have outie belly buttons now, or is there a factor with the umbilical cord severage where it's not a factor anymore?
What do you cause people still have outies and innies, you absolute loon?
But surely that's down purely to the separation of the umbilical cord.
I don't know. I had my medical license revoked when I became a knight.
Well, I challenge you to a duel.
Hang on a minute. For me and two boys to get the Queen's royalty package, this seems impossible, sir. They're asking for me a 45-year-old man and his two young grooms. The price of just under $230? What the shit? No, boys, we shall be going to McDonald's instead. Forget the night. We shall joust for free on the streets of New York City, but we shall not be going to the medieval times where they are charging futuristic prices.
Tightwad.
Of course that's it. I'm rich.
Times,
I'm on telly. I'm loaded. That for me, that's nothing. That's me going on Good Morning Britain doing one hit. I get $230 for doing one hit.
For me, that is a trifle.
For me, I shall try to pay them in groats, and if they refuse to accept them, off with their heads!
We shall settle this like knights.
Come on, Pablo, get to the point, man, for God's sakes. Me and Catherine have got silly knight impressions to do.
It's thrilling.
Hey, man, didn't you propose to someone ages ago?
I did, yes. We're still engaged.
When's the wedding?
Well, we own a house and have children, so we've got better things to spend money on at the minute.
Right.
It will happen.
But you got engaged.
You haven't thought this through, Pablo.
I've got a really bad headache now. It feels like all
So talking like that?
Feels like all my mucus has gone into my brain. Do you know what I mean? Do you feel it?
Not yet, but I need to do a bit more.
But you got engaged, like, what, a year ago? 18 months ago?
About that, yeah. That's probably about that, yeah.
Right, so, and you've not even come up with a date yet? That's like, the engagement, like, 15-year-old girls have with 22-year-old boys.
No, well, what happened mainly is that we secured on the concept, and then we've had a look about in the general area, and then as each month goes on, it's kind of like, well, we can get a new boiler instead of that, or we can...
It's never going to happen.
Yeah.
It will happen.
Yeah.
I'm hearing a lot of excuses.
My bride.
I'm hearing a lot of excuses, Pabs.
You phoned us up trying to big yourself up before you proposed, and I feel like a mule.
And we had this conversation with you then, and you said, oh, you want certain things, and we said, no, if you want to be married, just get married. Doesn't need to cost you a lot of money. I remember that conversation, and still you procrastinate, sir.
Well, to clarify, I'm not the one who brought it up, so I didn't necessarily call up to suggest such things. But what I was going to say is the whole medieval times thing, I think you're missing a trick where...
I think we've touched a nerve there. We've touched a...
We touched a nerve of someone who doesn't want to get married.
Someone doesn't want to get married. Wowzers. Sorry to have touched that nerve, Pablo. We just assumed when you proposed to her that you wanted to get married.
You weren't just stalling for time.
Because we misjudged that scenario, we misread the signals, as I'm sure she did as well.
No, but my intent is fair, but I'm a child of a broken home. I mean, come on, sympathies.
No.
Fair enough.
No.
But what I was going to say in regards to medieval times,
yes.
Obviously that's a paid-for situation, but what you want to do is you want to go to one of those Renaissance fairs that they've got over there, which is pretty much cheaper, but generally the same thing. There'll be a joust involved, there'll be people dressed up.
Will we get to sit down and eat food sans cutlery?
Not just food, you will have a ham hock on a bone.
That's just food.
But, sir, you've just described just food. Ham hock on a bone is indeed food, sir. You are a bloody idiot. Right, I'm going to get my sword out and pee all over you.
What?
I I take this as direct umbrage, and I challenge you to a joust.
You don't even know what umbrage means. Oh, I thought I cut him off. He said I've locked him. I've locked him on. I can't cut him off. I can't cut him off. Why is there a padlock symbol next to Pablo? There is I've never even seen this. Oh, the lock is gone. Right. I've never even seen that.
That was a close one.
There's a feature on Phone Box
where you will be never allowed to go.
You can lock someone on there and they can't get cut off. That's insane.
You've got quite good on this mandolin now.
It's not bad, is it? That bit's good. That's all right. I'm getting there. I'm getting. Hey, what are the stories you got today, Carolina Ball?
Okay. Do you want one about the moon? Do you want one about fake boobs? Do you want one about a woman having a wee on the plane? Or do you want one about a man who does baby rapes?
The woman who did a wee on the plane, she was stuck outside the toilet because there was someone in it, and she just weed on the plane. She must have been so drunk. Well, yet such drunk people on aeroplanes.
And also, do you know what the name of the carrier was?
Yeah.
Wizz Air.
Wizz Air. There was a story, I think it was American, about a woman complained. Right, it sounds like a funny story. It's not. So let's just steady. It's a sexual abuse story. The woman complained to the stewardess. She fell asleep and she woke up and she pressed the little button, and the stewardess came over. She got up. She said to the stewardess, "You have to move me from my seat." The stewardess said, "Why?" She goes, "Guy next to me is masturbating under his blanket."
Ah.
Right, and this happened a couple of months ago. It's just in the story in the papers today, and the complaint was that the staff didn't take it seriously and they moved her, but they were making jokes about it, like, well, God, what perfume are you wearing if that's the kind of reaction that you're getting? And a couple of other comments like that. And she's going, no, I feel really, really uncomfortable and scared that the guy next to me is rubbing one out. And now you're making jokes about it, and it's abuse, sexual abuse. And so she complained, I think it was it's American, maybe American. And so the complaint, she's been complaining for months that it wasn't taken seriously, and that, and it's all come out today. So planes are tracked. Oh, and did you see the other story? You know, there was a story, I didn't see it. I didn't click on it, because it felt a bit weird anyway. But it was on Twitter. It was something like, this woman got moved seats, and it looks like romance blossomed.
Oh yes.
And it was a couple.
There's a couple behind them, like filming it.
Yeah. And then
live tweeting it.
Yeah. I think they were. The story is, I think they were a couple already, but they found out that they were being filmed.
Oh, I don't think they were a couple.
Well, but anyway, I think they were.
No.
Because the story is, she found out that she was being filmed afterwards, and she felt humiliated.
Yeah. So he spoke to them. So he got named on Twitter.
Right.
And then I think he dropped the girl's first name.
Right, okay.
And then everyone had been following this live tweet of this couple that was sitting behind them, and like kind of recording it, and they're fuzzing out their faces and saying, "Oh look, their arms are touching now. Oh, this is so cute." Now they've gone. Now the thing is, it took a turn when the person who was tweeting this suggested they both ended up in the bathroom together.
Right.
So afterwards, the guy didn't mind. I think his identity came out, but the girl was like, "I don't want anything to do with this, and I think it's weird." And the people who've been following the tweet did detective work and started they put her name out there, and people were going on her Instagram and telling her that she was a slut.
Hey, come on,
and it just got horrible. And the thing is, the woman who'd been tweeting it showed no remorse for it, and was
thought it was fair game because it happened in public.
And then she tried to get a job at like BuzzFeed or something out of it. It was just really nasty, and people were going, right, this is out of order now, and she just carried on and on and on. It was awful. It was awful.
Well, there's lessons to all of us there. Twitter is full of idiots. Let's have the moon.
The moon. A blood moon or lunar eclipse.
Yes.
No, a blood moon lunar eclipse will take place later this week, and it will last longer than any other one this century.
Yes, man!
This is supposed to happen on the night of July the 27th. The lunar eclipse will last roughly an hour and 43 minutes. That's because the moon will be at its apogee, a word we don't say enough. There's a full moon at the window.
There's an apogee out there. Come in. Come in, you weirdo.
The moon will be at its apogee when the eclipse
You've been out in the
happens.
garden, look!
Look at that face.
Look at that!
Head like an unsqueezed spot.
Go on.
The moon will be at its apogee when the eclipse happens, the further point away from the Earth. The furthest. Although they put furthers point away from the Earth. At the same time, it will pass into the darkest region of the Earth's shadow. While a regular lunar eclipse lasts roughly an hour, this will be much longer. Yeah, we said, an hour and 45 minutes. Sky watchers will also be treated to one of the best views of the planet Mars in over a decade.
Wowzers.
The red planet will appear brighter than it has in 15 years as it passes close to the Earth on the same night. Astronomer Robert... I'm guessing it's Robert. They've put Robbery Massey. Maybe his name is Robbery.
His name is Robbery. You shouldn't make it up people's names. Catherine.
I don't know. They've made what?
Huh? Nothing?
Say Catherine, like it's
with
Catherine.
a K. Don't be silly, Kath.
That reminds me. You know quote marks? When my kids discovered quote marks, one of them said, "Okay, Dad."
Whoa!
Anyway, astronomer Robbery Massey told The Times, "It's a really nice and rare opportunity to see eclipse moons next to Mars in the night sky. You have two bright objects of such huge public interest. It's a great chance for photographers."
Well, the thing is, no one can take... Everyone tries to take a picture of the eclipse or the moon with their phone, and it looks right... You need, like, a massive...
Telescope.
Lens.
Proper compressed lens thing. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Anyway,
Catherine,
I bought you an early housewarming present.
Oh.
It may not be official merchandise, but feel free to open it.
Uh-oh.
You can grace your new farmhouse.
What is this? Thank you, man. Well, there's the... Hey, what is this? Right, we're going in. It's an actual wrapped...
Oh, he's wrapped it up.
Beautifully wrapped.
Is it meant to rattle?
It is. You'll see why. Bad luck without a rattle.
This is...
Oh, what a beauty.
Oh, mate, here we go. Look at this. Look at... That's genius. I'll show it to the people, the boys and girls at home. It's a Mr. T Buddha money box. Oh, mate, that's brilliant.
Possibly not official merchandising if you look at it.
And you've left the price on as well.
£4.50 for the RSPCA. You can't whack that.
Mate, that is wicked. Thank you.
And
Thank
a
you.
little 20p piece inside, because you mustn't give a purse, wallet or a money box without money in.
No, of course not.
You see? Even though you're now earning bundles from GMB, as you keep saying.
Mate, absolutely.
Listen, on that night's event, there's a great scene of that in The Cable Guy, isn't it? When Jim Carrey
It's the
takes
Cable Guy, isn't it? You were right, Kath.
And also, though, on my first divorced dad's holiday with my son, who's now 35, we went to Mallorca and we went to a pirates' night. One of the greatest nights of our lives. It was fantastic. It was only 8. We both got eye patches. I went for the big plastic cutlass. He went for the crossbow. Shot a waitress in the ear. Accidentally. only with those little sucker ones.
Yeah, not a real.
Sadly, not a real. You know, my penchant for such items.
Was this the holiday where it was all a bit boozy and he got adopted by the boozers?
It was meant to be it was meant to be a normal holiday. It was Falcons, and it was called Falcons 20s.
Yeah.
And it was 18 to 30 when they showed him, for example. Some young lady, this was their idea, leaves her camera on the bar. You immediately take it, pull open your trunks, take a photograph. So it's developed to boots.
Those were the days.
Snappy snaps, yeah.
I did it with Kath's phone, but I accidentally FaceTime her kids. It's terribly awkward. What is happening?
Hashtag me too, fool. I've even put a message on the bottom for you.
Go on. You got it up. So you're holding it in a way that no one can see. I've been in a fool to Iain Loveport. Oh, thank you, brother. That's beautiful.
It's an antique of the future. An antique of the future.
That is a treasure.
On the show tonight,
yes,
Japan's ninja shortage, the world's loudest town crier, and the young man who's got all 100, now that's what I'll call musics, plus all 169 spin-off discs. The man's a legend.
What's happening with the ninja situation? Because I might be able to help. Come on.
Okay, it's a town called Iga, and every year they claim that the greatest ninjas are born not made, and they come from this town, Iga, IGA. Every year they have a ninja festival. They've just finished one. There was a real dearth of ninja. They now call them performers, but they've got the skills.
Yeah, of course.
Often come from Japanese forces. Next year they may have to postpone it. We've got one of the greatest ninja historians on the show.
Oh, I love it.
Ninja shortage.
When I went to Japan, last time I went to Japan, we were going between Kyoto and Osaka. I don't know where we were going. But we got off and we went to a proper old shogun castle, and they had like ninjas and samurai running around. I love all of that stuff, man.
Have you seen Kagemusha, the Kurosawa film?
I've not seen that one.
Oh, I dig it. I've got it on DVD. That's a fantastic. I mean, they're all great movies.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a packed show tonight.
Brilliant. That is... You finished?
Yeah, but sure, I think I am.
That is it?
Don't be silly, Kath.
That is it. From... I can't find that quick enough, otherwise I'd be playing that the whole time.
George, you're
No, I can't find it. We will be back tonight at 10, but stay tuned because Paul Ross is on next. Thank you, Catherine. Thank you very much, Sam. We'll be back tonight. Until then, ta-ta!
Talk Radio.
Hey, thank you, mate. That's absolutely brilliant.